everybody. Welcome back once again to the ESFL, the Esports Fight League. Tonight it is ESFL 58. I am here with two of the best boys in the business, Mr. Kingsley and Mr. Top Man Stan. Kingsley, how are you tonight, first of all? And are you excited for this card this evening?
I am so excited. My birthday was just yesterday, and I can't think of a better way to celebrate turning 25 than with this spectacular ESFL 58 PS4 fight card. It looks absolutely amazing, Balin.
Good. I am glad, man. I'm glad. We have some great fights tonight. Some of the best fighters you're ever going to see on PlayStation 4, of course, making and gracing our screens and the Octagon this evening. So good. I'm glad. And Faith, thank you so much for the resubscribe right there, Faith. Thank you. Appreciate all the subscribers and supporters. And of course, for the first time this evening, we have Mr. Topman Stan joining us in the booth. Stan, we've seen you fight. It's good to have you here. How are you doing tonight?
Oh man, it's ecstatic. I've been waiting to hop in the commentary booth for a while now. I can't believe I'm in here with you guys for this fantastic card in front of us. Can't wait to get into it. Preunited papadoc in the main event. Oh, it's going to be a tough fight, that one.
It is going to be a tough fight. It's going to be a great fight. We're going to have a quick look at the fight card, guys, just so we can show it to you. Tonight, there is a whole bunch of fights coming up, a bunch of lovely competitors that you will see and recognize this evening. Of course, we've got a few people making their debut tonight in the first couple of fights here. Justin, very excited, ready to make his debut. Young kid, hot off the scene, ready to kick some butt. We've got Dat True Blue in there as well. But moving all the way up the card, Pro Lightning is coming back, former champ of another organization. Psychedelic is here. Rayhan is here. Don't forget about Funds Faded over there as well. EK Darph taking on Drizzle. What a fight. Daddy Mara, Sewer Rat coming in there. T-City is here tonight taking on Epic Trolls. Great fight. The Dominator is back. As you do, taking on Egon, silas, a great fight there too. Adavadax is back following that loss of the title, taking on Swiss lebecq right there, and Retro Rocky Ed Parker, great fight. And of course, as you mentioned, Top Man Stan, main event of the evening this evening, pre-united, and it feels so good, Mr. Bruce Lee Rob not here tonight, but I'll sing it for him anyway. Taking on papadoc in the main event, 5 rounds. It's going to be a great fight, filled with great fights tonight, and I'm excited. Kingsley, anything on that card stand out to you as a fight to watch this evening?
And there's like too many fights to even comment on, but the main one I'm really excited to see is BTC Brian Triangle City versus Epic Trolls. They're both 1-1. I think that's going to be a barn burner of a fight just throughout this whole fight card. So I'm super excited for those. Good.
I mean, that, yeah, for sure. TCD is great, and there's so many good matchups on there, but that's a great one to pick out. Libra Libre, by the way, thank you for subscribing as well to the ESFL. Appreciate all the support tonight, guys. Thank you. Showing up. Top Man Stan, I'll ask you, anything on that card stands out to you this evening?
Well. I think the 10th fight of the night, Advaita X versus Swiss lebecq. I think that fight's going to be one of the finite contenders. I want to see how Advaita's going to bounce back from his loss. And obviously, we got Swiss. Does he need an introduction?
Probably not at this point, no.
Crazy fighter.
Yeah, non-stop pressure coming forward the whole time. So yeah, this can be a great fight. But the fighters have been waiting. They've been ready for this first fight for a little bit now. We've got Justin Jr. taking on Dat True Blue. The first fight of the night. We're going to jump straight over to it. Going to be competing at featherweight. So let's have a look. Anything to say about this matchup, boys? We get this one going, boys.
Oof.
Just say, go ahead, Sam.
Go for it.
All right, so from credit from I'm a Boxer, he gave us a little scouting report between these two gentlemen. These are a couple of young bucks getting ready into in this featherweight fight. Justin Jr. Making his debut, and also Dat True Blue also making his debut. So that's going to be a good matchup. Get some new blood in here.
Well, I'd like to say a few words on this one. I've seen Justin. He's been telling me he's going to go in there, knock his opponent out in the first round, and he hopes to make a run at that ESFL title. So let's see if he keeps up to his words, and let's see how this fight plays out.
Well, hopefully before they do that, they turn off the in-game commentary. You would hope. It's all right if they don't. Boys in the back, just let them know it's their first fight. Both making their debut here tonight. Both 0-0, unranked, never fought here in the ESFL before. It's the big show. It's the big ticket, the big card. Let me turn this down a little bit because we don't want to get double commentary in the background, but they're here, they're ready to go. First fight of the night, ESFL 58. Gonna have a little bow of respect before they touch them up, and yeah, we'll see what these two can make of it in their debut.
Yeah, I mean, when you look at these guys, I mean, their choices are very standard to the featherweight division. Conor McGregor, always a staple of the featherweight division, and Max Holloway, the stamina all around MMA fighter of Max Holloway. I mean, these are good choices to start a fight out, Stan.
Yeah, I mean, Max Holloway's got a lethal jab straight. You know, we all know that Conor McGregor doesn't have the best gas tank, so we're gonna see if that True Blue likes to capitalize on that. Let's see if he works the body a little bit. You know, to come out working the jab a lot, and Justin's working
Oh,
straight to the body.
beautiful job
Woo!
countering with that rear uppercut as he ducked in, changed level change, trying to hit that single leg almost right here. That True Blue doing a good job with that lead body kick on the outside. Don't see that as much. UFC 3, that lead body kick, but using it to close a distance and flicking it out there. Justin having to deal with that, but once the distance was closed, firing that rear uppercut right up the middle, just one shot, no follow-up from it, and didn't even, you know, chain it through, set it up at the end of a combination. We usually see that uppercut as the second or third punch, but right there, came right up the middle. Now that True Blue coming back here, trying to work those leg kicks in, but can't run into those straight lefts because that's going to do a lot of damage. It's going to start adding up in this fight.
Absolutely. I mean, I'm just looking at the body, just temperature of what these guys are doing, just see how they're moving, and you can see a little bit of Tom Justin. I think he's getting a little bit into the rhythm. We all heard about the ESFL nerves when you're making your debut, and they're definitely real. But it seems like he's taking it in stride a little bit, Stan.
It seems like I'd like to point out that True Blue's looking like he's attacking the legs of Conor McGregor right now. So we're gonna see if Justin's gonna start checking those leg kicks, and as you said, Kingsley, he's already started taunting, so maybe he's got his rhythm.
Yeah,
we like to give him to this fight.
I'm surprised about the stamina right now. I mean, like, there's been a lot of body work from that True Blue. He is throwing a little bit more. That might be why. But those shots by Justin are what is really stopping that offense of that True Blue right now. Every time he's stepping in with those body kicks, Justin's coming straight back through with that 1-2 up the middle, or even that one rear uppercut. And that's what's stopping this forward offense. And that's what you want to do if someone's blasting kicks from the outside. Beat them to it. Let them set that strike up and land that 1-2 right down the middle before they can connect.
You know, I'm really liking what that True Blue is doing right now. I mean, he's using a lot of stamina, but he's able to connect a little bit. And you can see that little combination right there is just working really well. I think he's doing a lot well with those leg kicks, those body kicks, and just finding his opening, Stan.
Yep, I totally agree. He's attacking the body a lot. As we pointed out just before the fight, we're going to see if he's going to attack the body, maybe drain Conor McGregor a little bit. What do you think, Balian?
I mean, definitely the body work's going to play off. He is throwing a lot more, that True Blue. So, I mean... We'll see on the point scale. The swings and misses are really what's going to make difference. Not a lot of head movement coming out. That would really, you know, alleviate some of these shots that have been thrown. The output increase, you know, a little head movement around the outside. But Justin Jr. can sit, can wait. He's going to have power even when he's low stamina. So it's really about those big one shots he can land. The timing is going to be more important for him. But he's trading back right there as his head health is dropping. There's the 1-2 with a kick over the top at the end of the round, doing big damage to finish it out. But that's a close round. I don't know who to give that to.
Well, so far, I have to give the round to that True Blue. I mean, it seems like he's able to capitalize, going for the body a little bit. And every time they go into the phone booth, that little close range attacks, it seems like that True Blue is getting most of those just benefits and those traits.
Definitely. I would like to say that True Blue fired a lot of significant strikes that round. It seemed like Justin was, you know, just trying to figure him out a little bit, you know, and that True Blue seems to be attacking the legs, attacking the body, doing more significant damage as we get into this next round.
Yeah, second round here, and yeah, that True Blue definitely is making good use of that lead leg, firing to the body, firing to the outside of that lead leg from that opposite stance. That's a switch from Justin into that orthodox. Not too much of a power difference here because the switch stance isn't too bad in McGregor, but we're going to see he's firing that 1-2, which is a great counter to them body kicks coming off that lead leg, and there's that straight again, stopping those body kicks, just as I say it. So he needs more of that, more of the timing on Justin than anything. He can't afford to keep up with the output of that True Blue. We've talked about that, and now these turning side kicks to the body are coming in. Whiffing the head kicks is going to cost him big hit on the stamina as well, but he needs to time his strikes a little better, look for the counter opportunities, and beat that True Blue to the punch.
Seems like Justin's throwing a lot of head kicks during this second round. I keep on seeing him throwing it. And if he whiffs, he might get punished really bad. So he needs to watch out and find his range.
I completely agree. It seems like that True Blue trying to play it a bit more safe, you know, trying to keep his distance as a Holloway player should. McGregor's not as tall as Holloway, so he's definitely doing well with the length. And it seems like Justin Dempsey's headhunting a little bit too much. You might want to be a bit more careful with that.
I believe Conor has a bigger reach than Holloway, despite the size, but there's definitely some legs on Holloway that probably is a little bit of a longer reach, and he's using them really well here. Everything off that lead leg. He's throwing teeps off that lead leg. He's throwing just body kicks off that lead leg. So Justin, man, needs to start catching some of these. It hasn't caught one of them, and there's been an awful lot of these shots. He can sit on the outside with a nice, beautiful roll with the lead uppercut right here, trying to back him up with the 1-2, gets the head block, break with the overhead, a beautiful kick right down, and now he's on top, pounding away. That head health is still low, but he's going to look to pass to half guard here and settle in. Top position. Great work.
He finally gets the head kick that he's been wanting. Finally got that knockdown. That's going to be playing huge in the judge's favor. And it looks like they're just going to stand up. I think he's feeling a little bit more confident, trying to see if he get that head kick again and get those uppercuts.
I definitely think that
Ooh,
Justin's
there it is.
not trying to leave
Oh,
it to the
again!
judges. Ooh! Ooh, what
The
I
head
should say,
kick?
he's not trying to leave it to the judge at all. He's trying to go for the finish here, guys.
Yeah, and that straight is doing exactly what it needs to do, interrupting the strikes, and there he goes. He's not going to get it. Oh my god, I thought that was a finish right there. But as we said, that straight is cutting through any offense that True Blue's trying to put out right now. True Blue's got to get some slips, use that head movement, work that body to stop this forward pressure. Leg kicks will also do the same, but he can't throw these kicks from the outside. He's going to get beaten to the punch every time with that straight right down the middle. Head health now flashing red. He's going to have to do a better job defensively and try and find some openings, some knees to the body, some spinning back fists, whatever he can, circling out, trying to survive. He has that teep kick, but this pressure from Justin, absolutely insane right now, just walking him down.
Yeah, I'm liking what that True Blue is doing a little bit. He tried to go for an uppercut. I think he needs to, like, in these moments, go for those uppercuts, because he really needs it, like, right there. Oh my goodness.
Knockdown, right? Jesus, this is a crazy fight, guys. Ooh.
Good one together
No,
started.
neither guys are trying to leave it to the judges at all. Oof. What do you think, Bailey? This is a crazy fight.
I mean, Justin
kick off the card.
definitely getting a little aggressive towards the end, trying to get the finish, putting on the pressure, and it was the pressure that got him that rock in the first place, because he got the block break with that head kick because he pushed forward after the rock. Now, we kept talking about the stamina. At this point, it's really not going to pay much of a difference in the fight, but that True Blue cannot sit there and eat that straight left. He needs to create space and counter like that beautifully, draw out the straight left, make him whiff, make him miss, but he can't just throw these body kicks, because if he steps in, that straight left is going to catch him. So needs to bait it out, needs to miss, throw some feints, and stay away from this pressure, because his block is also going to be low after all them shots he absorbed on it.
Yeah, and to your point from earlier in the second round, Conor McGregor has a 74-inch reach, and Max Holloway has a 69-inch reach. So it's a lot of technicality that you need to do with the reach game. And plus, I feel like that True Blue also is getting his confidence back. He looked a little shaky at the end of that second round a little bit.
Yeah, I don't know what they're scoring this fight right now, so I don't know if that True Blue should be going for the finish or not. That second round might have been a 10-8. That first one was very close. So I don't know what's going for the head of that True Blue right now, but I think it's safe to say he might want to try and finish just in case. It's a really close fight.
Definitely does not want to sit right there in the pocket, right? That trading hooks with Conor McGregor, man, his health is so low right now. One straight left could put that head health in jeopardy. It's flashing it already off a jab, so he needs to go back to this body kicking game, create opportunities, get a rock to the body, but whiffing on the head kick right into that straight right now. The double jab dropping him down, and the head health just so low. Not going to follow him down, calling him back up. Justin wants it back on the feet. He wants a knockout finish. Again, he's just trailing on the inside with his uppercuts, a little head movement, and a slip, but he gets the rock at the low stamina.
Oh my goodness.
And he's going to shoot a single leg right here.
I feel like both guys are feeling the tension. That True Blue had a little bit of those nerves again, got whipped and got absolutely punished, but he's able to capitalize and get that takedown. I mean, that's going to be huge in the judges' scorecards.
I do think that Justin's definitely trying to make a statement in this fight. He's taunting, on his stuff, knocking him down, But I think that True Blue's trying to make a statement by playing it safe with Justin right now.
True Blue's running straight into him right there, though. Close distance quickly, right into it, and that's it. GG. Well finished. I mean, I don't want to say it, but kind of his own fault right there. He got back up off the stand-up, wanting to be aggressive, re-engage, put the pressure straight back on Justin, walked straight forward and into the 1-2, and then the head kick to finish the fight. But all of that patience he adopted at the start of that third round threw out the window straight after the stand-up, and damn, paid the price right there.
I mean, it seemed like the head kick was his main weapon. I was just about to make a point, like, when are we going to see Justin go back to the head game? Because, head kick game, and it just seemed like that was the right, perfect moment. True Blue had a good first round, but then I think some of the nerves just came in, and it wasn't his 9 in that fight.
I think that Justin Dempsey definitely made a statement in that fight. I think those head kicks played a massive part in that fight. I think that True Blue might have edged that first round, but I think, as Bailey said earlier on in the fight, standing in the pocket with Conor McGregor is never a good idea. But good performance to both guys. Kudos to them. Congratulations, Justin.
Yeah, and he will move to 1-0 in his ESFL debut. I was hearing from Boxer in the back, president of the PS4 side of things, ESFL, that he was very excited to make his debut, jumping at the bit. He is a young kid, and I'm sure he'll be happy with the win. Definitely some ways to improve, like we said. You know, it's your debut. You're going to be a little nervous, but he did get the finish right there, nice and clean. And he was throwing those head kicks. I mean, head kicks not something we see that much. They do come out occasionally, a couple to fight, but he threw about 10 or so in that matchup, and you're going to do big damage if you can land them. And to be fair, he was landing them, but he was also missing and whiffing quite a few. Any grappler that he would engage in, he's going to have to be careful of that. And also, we did see him on the bottom there for a little bit towards the end, and he was getting a little bit controlled, stuffed on those transitions attempts. Got back to the feet in the end, but we'll see him in another matchup, I'm sure, against maybe someone a bit more well-rounded, someone who can bring a full MMA game to the table, and see how Justin does.
Absolutely. I mean, when you're excited about your first fight and you're able to get that win, you're over the moon. So the fact that he was able to get that win and able to adapt during that fight, I mean, that puts you all the way through the moon until the next fight card when you have to go through it again.
Yeah, man. So I think Justin adapted very well. We've seen him be put under pressure. Obviously, that first round definitely went to that triple, in my honest opinion. We've seen him come back, figure things out in between the round, and he finished the fight. What more can you ask for? He's put for some controversy.
I can ask for a lot, sir. Okay. This is the ESFL. All right. We are good to go with the second fight of the night now. Let's move it swiftly on. These two are ready to go in a nice crispy 1080p stream right here. We've got another two guys making their debut. Colton, Moccasin, taking on AK 24239501. For his full name.
Yeah, about these guys, Colton, he's ranked 39 in ranked championships, and also AK is in the top 100 in ranked championships. So this is a top 100 fight in the lightweight division between both of these competitors. I think this is going to be a good fight that we could possibly see.
Well, these two guys are making their debut tonight, so I don't know too much about them, but I played AK a few times on ranked. He's not too bad at all. So we're going to see if he can deal with the pressure here in the ESFL and deal with the jitters, so to speak. Looks like they've both got Ferguson readied up, so let's get into it.
How many times have these guys fought? Did you see that? 230
My
wins
goodness.
to 140. I don't even think I've ever had 240 or 130 fights on rank. Bloody hell, these guys have fought each other
Jesus.
more than... Okay. Does that reset? When the seasons reset? Do we know if rivalries reset? I don't know if they do. Because if that's this season, that's insane. All right. These two are ready to get it. Clearly fought each other a lot. Know each other inside out, which could make for a good fight. But right here, we're going to get it on. Colton taking on the name who I will find. AK right here. Here we go.
Yeah, and opposite of the first fight, you can see him just going close in, just going guns blazing, especially in a mirror match. So these guys know a lot, and that's a huge flash rock right there. Oh my goodness.
Already.
Oh, left hook.
Jeez.
Dropping him immediately to the canvas.
If these two guys will utilize any jiu-jitsu with Tony Ferguson, but it looks like they're brawling. They're brawling right now, so it's going to be interesting when he gets back to the feet, if they're going to keep him brawling, or if they're going to try and utilize Tony Ferguson's BJJ.
Yeah, and this is a great work by here. Colton maintaining that top position. You pick someone like Tony, you want to see that you can do a full range of MMA, because Tony's got all the tools on his tool belt. So nice job holding this top position. Do want to be careful on the bottom. AK does have an opportunity for a lot of sweeps, a little positional transitions. Just as I say that, hits the backside switch right there off the transition. Beautiful timing, great job. And now he's gonna have to hold top position himself. Just as easy it is to hold top, it's gonna be difficult to hold bottom. They're just traded short punches on the inside right here. Little jabs, and man, these two, I've just found out rivalries don't reset with seasons, so that's good to know.
Oh, okay. And my goodness, I mean, you could tell like these fighters are both well versed in the stand-up game, and especially in the ground game. So it's gonna be really interesting who makes the first mistake in this first round.
Yeah, definitely. So it looks like AK is definitely trying to utilize the Tony Ferguson off the back. We're going to see if he's going to go for a submission off his back, because Tony Ferguson has better submissions off his back. He's trying to utilize the rubber guard, as you guys can see, and he's just got sweat right there. What are your thoughts on this, Balian?
I mean, Colton's doing a great job. He got the ruck, he got the drop early with that beautiful left hook. I mean, the ruck was good enough. Then he dropped him with the left hook, and then he's been able to control the positions on the ground, hold top position. He did get swept onto his back. It was a great switch from AK, but now he's re-established that top position. He's denied so many of these transitions from this top position. You can already see the stamina difference is really starting to add up right here. Great job getting that butterfly sweep back here. Good job. He's going to hold this full guard, and you got the little transition off from rubber guard last time, but now the stack comes out. Nice, hits the switch. X guard sweep right there into this top position, but another deny immediately for Colton. Then he's going to hit the side switch out. No follow-up transition, but this is back and forth. Colton definitely showing he's got good stand-up skills to get that drop nice and early. His jiu-jitsu game is on point and gets a switch flick into the rubber guard right here.
Yeah, you love to see chess games like this, because when you see someone do this in the ESFL, you know that they are top level when it comes to the ground game. So, oh my goodness.
Oh man, I love Tony Ferguson fights. Oh man, he's my favorite fighter on ranks. So seeing two guys go out at Tony Ferguson is always interesting. He hasn't got the best takedowns, but if you get taken down Tony, it's normally a wrap. So it looks like these guys are definitely trying to work the rest in jiu-jitsu.
I think you're right. I think mirror matches with Tony Ferguson's always good because there's no position you can't fight out of. You know, there's always an opportunity. You never get stuck anywhere, which is nice. And that reminds me of a great fight. I don't know if it was ESFL 1, but one of the first tournament finals we did. D-Mart taking on Kinetic NRG was a Tony Ferguson mirror match. Still one of the best fights I've ever seen. And that was pre, you know, all these patches. It was back in February of last year. What a great fight that was if you're around for that one. I remember that one. That was a Tony Ferguson mirror match, probably one of my favorites. So yeah, I think you're right there, Stan. But we're going to get into the second round. Pure domination so far by Colton. Both fighters making their ESFL debut right here, but AK landing that 1-2 right down the middle to start it off.
Yeah, I mean, once again, the phone booth at the start of this first round. Now, can AK do something different and not get rocked this time? I mean, when he got rocked in the first round, it changed the whole thing. But now a huge situation has developed. Oh my goodness, AK fighting back.
We're going to see if AK can deal with the controversy here, man, because we saw Justin deal with it last time. You know, he's been rocked this round. He got knocked down last round, so we're going to see if he can come back here.
Yeah, and shooting this double leg against the cage. Weird that he would initiate the grappling based on how the last round went, but grabbing the full tie clinch, but a nice break immediately from Colton. Up break, usually quite easy to defend. It's the double leg again into the high crotch. Big slam out to the side and gets a side control, but wants it straight back up. So obviously just looking to score points right here, not looking to take anything else from Colton. But AK so far, it's all him this round. He's got 320, so he's just going to go big rock. You're right there. Right hand over the top. Nice head movement and recovery by Colton, man. Both times he's been rocked. He's been able to slip off, but that block is so low. But the trainer with the 1-2 right down the middle here.
I mean, blinking, you'll miss it. We just got back-to-back rocks, and they're just going for the fences. This is a home run derby right now.
Wow, it seems like there's grappling and then they're brawling. It's just switching. Jeez, I can't keep up. This is a crazy fight. We thought the first fight was crazy. Look at this one. Back-to-back rocks and they're going at it, man.
Yeah, AK stamina really depleting right here, though. All them denies, all them rocks he's eating now. Starting to add up. Not too much body work from Colton. I'd like to see the numbers statistically just to see how many have gone low to break up that stamina. But especially for a fighter like Ferguson to be this low in this second round, not even halfway through. I mean, this is just good work by Colton. All them denies and all them rocks really starting to add up. But both going for the head hit right on the chin. There's a straight 1-2. Bam, drop straight away. And Colton taking that top position again. Nice right hand to follow up. Big hip out though. Straight back up. Explosion right there from AK. Who's going to hit the spinning elbow into the left hook. Beautiful work here. This is back and forward. AK still in this fight.
Oh, this is madness.
This is Sparta.
This is crazy. So, another rock. Go for it.
I don't even understand how they're able to just keep on going. They're just like Terminators, just trying to rock them, sock them, robots, and just trying to make each other down. A huge right there.
They both nearly rocked each other, I swear. I mean, that was so close. Both head held so low, both flashing. I thought they had rocked each other for a second. An uppercut came right down the middle. You can tell these two have fought each other before. There's no beating around the bush or waiting, trying to counter feel each other out. They're both content to trade on the inside. I would love to see what some of these fights have been like if they fought each other nearly 400 times here. I love that spinning elbow into the lead hook. Colton trying to hit what AK hit with him earlier, but there's 10 seconds left in this round. The stamina's going to play a factor moving forward. Head kick comes up, and man, nice little combo to finish. Crazy round.
Oh my goodness. You said it, Balin. Crazy round. Both guys going for rocks. Both guys just trying to find any available mistake that they can punish, and it's just been working dividends. Now, it's going to be really interesting how the judges really judge that round. I really want to see the fight cards at the end of this, because I wonder if stuns and wobbles are going to matter more, or is it going to be significant strikes that matter more?
Whoa. 400 times they fought each other. I don't want to know how the other fights went. If this is how their fights go every time, I like to watch it every time. Diego Sanchez, Clay Guida, anyone? Jeez, man.
Oh boy, my favorite fight. My goodness.
We'll see who can walk away with the win right here because they're both low. I mean, either one could do it. Depends how far we go. 2 minutes. Oh, big right hand into the lead. Uppercut, so well timed. Right over the top. The fact that right hand landed initially, starting to combo with a rear right hook, which is just crazy. Beautiful job following with the lead uppercut, but there we go. Great snap down, single leg, turn out to the side, head banging in and down to the top position. Got this full guard into the stack guard. And we've got an X sweep coming off here from last time. That's how AK transitioned last time. Foot on the hip, unable to stop there, denied. Good shake by Colton. He was going to look to pound some pressure and just sit down to half guard.
If I'm any of these fighters, I'm looking for every available moment to capitalize. You need to capitalize on every single moment in this third round because that little can be the difference in this fight. So whatever happens, they need to capitalize on their chances.
Can I ask you guys a question? Have you ever been in a situation on rank or anywhere on UC3 where you think that both of you and your opponent think you need a finish? This is crazy. This is crazy.
They probably do both feel like they need a finish. I mean, maybe it's probably happened, but trying to hit that knee bar right here. AK doing all he can. Beautiful job. Nice little drag back. Return to canvas here. But up from side control. Wise, he wants it on the feet. Try and snap that 1-2 down the middle. It was the right hand that caught him with last time. Colton has showed good head movement so far. A little bit more will probably save him if he could slip that double jab. It's come out multiple times, and there it is. Slips it as we say it.
Crazy.
Right hand, left hook, right hand
Jesus.
again. Man, and there's the head movement from Colton. That double jab came out so many times. Again, he's slipping now, making that read. That straight right is money right now for Colton. And AK just firing that right hand, trying to push through. Lands it there, but there's nothing on it.
So low on AK, and Colton is just trying to find any available situation where he can succeed. But he needs to watch out for the close-ups and the hooks. Oh my goodness!
This fight right here, I think AK is gonna feel like he needs to finish a bit more than Colton now because he's been hurt so. Oh, he's been hurt again. This is just crazy. It's just mad.
Spinning elbow, left hook coming back in. He loves it. Another left hook off the right straight. And man, no energy to follow up. Colton retreating, slips the jab into the straight right. These two are trading on the inside. No elbows coming in this close. It's the left hook from both fighters that have been landing on the top. That big right hand's coming through too. And this double jab. And again, slip. There we go. Colton dropping him for the final time. But no, not able to finish. He's hipped out again. This is crazy.
Tony Ferguson's
Mom
chin.
spaghetti time. You know this is a roller coaster. Bucket your seatbelt. Oh, he got hit with something.
Oh!
What?
This is crazy. This is what it looked like if two Tony Fergusons fought each other for life.
Oh my god. Right till the end, they're trading. I thought he ducked onto that uppercut as well. Would have finished him off. I mean, who won that fight? I have no idea. I hope they show us the stats because we need to see the number of rocks and knockdowns right there. Just goes to show, man, mirror matches could be so fun. Crazy way to finish right there. Crazy.
Excuse me, waiter, can I have 2 more rounds? Because I need more of that, honestly.
Let's see.
Man, if this is the fight, could you imagine what Advair and Swiss going to be? Let's see if those two, that was my pick earlier on, remember that, guys? Let's see if that lives up to a fight like this. This is what I want to see between those two. It'd be crazy.
So Colton walking away with the win right there. Colton Moccasin getting that win. First victory in the ESFL, moves to 1-0 over AK right there. But both those guys, man, you don't fight someone that many times without obviously having some kind of friendship with that person. I'm sure they're just happy to fight each other. Probably sucks they had to meet each other on their debut. But you know, they both put on a great performance. And look at that. 6 wobbles, 6 knockdowns to AK's 5-1. Absolutely insane now. I mean, what a crazy fight. 5 out of 5 takedowns by AK. And he didn't hold top position. He always got up, which is also insane to me. If you can hit them takedowns, why not control on the ground a little?
These stats are very much telling. I think we heard like a 30-27 situation, but it didn't even feel like that. Both guys were getting their shots. They were able to get tons of wobbles. It just seemed more knockdowns were happening on Colton's side. In my eyes, these guys are both winners in my book. I want to see more of like these two fight. Can we just get like a best 2 out of 3, please?
I felt like Colton definitely was edging it a little bit, definitely with the knockdowns. It felt like AK was stunning him a lot, but it felt like Colton was getting the more significant strikes done, like the knockdowns. And as before the fight, my favorite mirror match fights are Tony Ferguson's. When those two go at it, that's crazy.
Yeah, we saw that right there. I mean, that's living proof. Great fight. Fight of the night for sure. That's how you show up in your ESFL debut here at the Esports Fight League. I mean, great matchup. I'm sure they'll both be back. We'll see how they do against other competition. Maybe it's a one-off because they know each other so well, but both just going at it. Reckless abandon. I mean, a little bit of a slicker striker may be able to piece them apart if they're coming forward with that much pressure, but there's some great I mean, I like the combinations as well. The wild and crazy from the outside, but great matchup, great fight. Thank you very much for those two fighters for putting that on for us tonight. But we're going to move swiftly on to the third fight of the night. We've got Ineffable taking on Funds Faded right here. Both fighters are ready. They're in the fight lobby right now. It's going to be a lightweight. What do we know about this one?
Well, far as I know, Ineffable, Funds Faded from Boxer, they're both equally matched. So this is going to be another close, tight matchup between these two fighters. So it's going to be really interesting how both of these guys choose their fighters. I mean, we see Rafael Dos Anjos and Dustin Poirier, ESFL vets picks. So it's going to be really interesting.
Well, these two guys have said before they're making their debut. It's gonna if this is another lightweight fight, let's see if it's as crazy as the last fight. I would pay to see another fight like the last one. It was insane.
All right, coming on through. Man, PlayStation showing up tonight. This is good, you know, good fights. We've got a good main event. If you're joining us this evening, this is ESFL 58 tonight. We've had 2 fights so far. We've got another 10 coming your way right now. Pro Lightning returning here. Psychedelic. EK Darph's fighting Drizzle tonight. Wait, no. EK Darph is not fighting Drizzle. That has been cancelled, I believe. My bad. Daddy Mara taking on Surat.
Has it?
I maybe. We'll see. It looks like it's written down. Maybe it's the one after. Doesn't matter. You know, we'll get to it when we come to it. Let's not think about that right now. We'll keep moving through. Dominator.
Daddy Mara and Surat got cancelled.
There we go. My bad. Darth is still here, of course. Yeah, and in the main event, of course, this evening, preunited defending the belt against papadoc60. That'll be a great matchup. But here we are, third fight of the night right now. Another 2 fighters making their debut. Ineffable in the red gloves, taking on Funds Faded in the blue.
I like the Rafael Dos Anjos pick by Ineffable. Let's see if he goes for more leg kicks and body shots as he does right there. Nice. Seems like he's ready to execute that game plan.
It definitely seems like Poirier is so good. From my experience, Poirier is so great in the pocket. And with Dos Anjos' chin health not the greatest, we're going to see if this Poirier is going to definitely capitalize on that Dos Anjos chin. And let's see if Dos Anjos can capitalize on that leg kick.
Just as you say that, the big right hook comes in and a left high kick over the top. Beautiful work. Man, Funds Faded ate that right on the chin. I was going to say he's doing a good job on the outside and hit that nice outside leg kick with the lead leg, but man, he set back in with a double jab. He's been pushing forward with that jab for the whole duration of this fight. Ineffable timing a beautiful right hand as he came in, got that initial rock, came over the top with a left high kick, dropped him, unable to hold top position though, and right back to the body with that switch.
That's a lot of confidence on Ineffable's side. I mean, the way he's able to move and gets. Oh, but wait a minute! Hold the phone, Faded. He's ready to go.
Oh my God! So close.
I would not be surprised to see this Dos Anjos grapple, or especially with this Poirier coming at him like this. Dos Anjos pick, don't be ever surprised if he starts grappling with a Poirier. Poirier's boxing is too difficult to deal with in the pocket, as you've seen.
Yeah, it's that lead hook from Funds Faded, man. He's landing it beautifully. Landed a couple of times, and look right here again, the camera switch off that hip pivot right there out to the side. Nice straight to the body. Like to see that. Lead hooks are trading in there. Step right in the pocket, as you said. But it catches him, yeah, with a rear uppercut. Big left hook and tries to go forward. Oh, for the one-step flying knee off the lead leg as well. Doesn't land, but beautiful mixing up right here from Ineffable. Misses on the tip. It's the big overhand though. Managed to slip the jab, and you know what? They are trading in the pocket here, Stan, but it's great work from Ineffable right there with a rear uppercut and a big rear lead hook again. Excuse me.
Ooh, that pivot into a huge head kick right there. That could be a huge
again.
move. And uppercut hook!
Woo!
Oh, again with the lead hook.
Oh my God!
I can't even speak. It's so crazy. This is crazy. I was talking about Poirier's power. I'd like to see Ineffable back up a little bit, uses kicks that we've seen before. It's proven to be effective, especially if the leg kicks keep the distance, and maybe try and grapple a little bit for it, maybe grind him out.
This is a lead hook for both fighters, man. Oh, he ducks straight into the front kick. Absolutely melts him to the canvas right there. Not enough damage to get the finish, but now posturing up with RDA. This is big damage. It's going to finish the fight if he doesn't stop something.
Oh my god! Oh my
hip
god!
on the foot. Nice push there. Foot on the hip, excuse me. Not hip on the foot. Back to the feet, but Faded has to be so careful right here. Can't level change like that right down the middle again either. It was a well-placed front kick that got the rock and dropped him. And man, what a first round.
Be than right here, right now, in that incredible round. It was just a bunch of high risk, high reward, just like crazy moves. We saw a flying knee, we saw like a huge pivot into a head kick. These highlights are absolutely incredible. I mean, crazy stuff.
If we've had all 3 fights so far have been insane. I was not prepared for this. It's not what I signed up for. I signed up for calm, collected fights, guys, okay? This is crazy.
I wonder if it's just a sign of the, you know, we're not getting any more patches, but everyone's just getting a bit more comfortable with everything that's established right now. And it may be one of the better versions of the game we've ever seen. I mean, I certainly feel that way. Everyone seems to be able to execute the game they want, but both fighters in all of these fights have just been coming at each other non-stop. And in this fight right now, it's the lead hook. Just as I say that, Ineffable sneaks another one in there. All these lead hooks on both fighters really just catching off guard. The switch knee again tries to come off. He's got to be careful pinning out to his left right here, though. Ineffable is going to run right into that big lead hand that Poirier has, which is high damage. Jab into the lead hook again. Jab into the lead hook again, doubling up on it. Some head movements. Ineffable would be nice right here if he can slip under. Trying to counter with a rear uppercut and whiffs on the head kick. Oh, catches his own, though.
And you can see both fighters, every time they move back a little bit and turn it into a little bit close. Oh, what a head kick!
This is insane, man. And I was saying I wanted to see Dos Anjos grapple, keep his distance, but closing the distance, this is crazy. What are your thoughts on this crazy fight, Balian?
I mean, there's so many head kicks coming out right now, and both men are landing them, which is insane. It's lead hooks and head kicks for days. Nice catch with the lead hook again. Straight left landed. Any more punches to Faded, he's gonna drop right here, but gets out alive. So low, the switch to the body lands nicely straight into the same side head kick again. Double jab, ducks on the lead hook coming down the pipe, and Fun's is throwing that all night back on the left hand here. Lead uppercut just whiffing on the outside, so both men just trying to go for the kill. The big strikes, whiffs on the head kick, and that could be all she wrote right here. Into the straight left, the jab, double jab for down, and that's going to be all there.
That's it.
Damn. Great fight.
Everybody good? Everybody calm? Because I'm not calm. That was, what a fight.
Beautiful.
Head kicks, hooks, jabs, everything. Woo!
My heart is racing, guys.
Double jab to finish.
I can't do it.
Double jab to finish.
After all that, a jab.
I mean, the finishing sequence is beautiful. We can see it right now on the replay. The overhand whiffs the head kick, jab into the rear uppercut, misses on the left hook, but just double jab pressure all the way down. It was the big whiff on the head kick, and you could see him throwing those head kicks over and over again towards the end of that round. Maybe getting a little desperate, realizing that behind in the scorecards might not be able to finish. Needed that head kick to come through, and it did in the end. So beautiful work right there. Wait, no, he didn't in the end. Felt desperate with the head kick. That's what I'm trying to say. Overcommitted to it. Did throw it a couple of times, and that's what cost him the fight in the end. Excuse me.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you see these guys trying to like load up every single shot, especially with those head kicks and those front kicks, just perfectly timed. It was just all about who was going to get hit the hardest at the last moment, and it just seemed to lean more in Ineffable's way. So kudos to both guys putting up a slobber knocker of a fight.
Well, we saw Ineffable try and utilize the flying knees, and wow, he closed the distance. And I did say before the fight that Dos Anjos' chin is not too good. It's not too good to. You need to be careful when you use Dos Anjos, especially trying to brawl over Poirier. It's never going to end well.
Yeah, I can only agree in that situation, of course. And I think it was a case of desperation a little towards the end of that, just trying to get those head kicks up. I mean, they were working, but when you start to throw too many of them, especially because Poirier is a bit lanky, a bit bigger in the frame, so you can sit on the outside a little bit more. And that whiff head kick, just step back in. It was nice and easy. But lead hooks from both people all night, just constant dropping and rocking. No one's played it safe this evening. Everyone just wants to go full damage the whole time. But great fight so far. And we're going to jump straight through. The next fight's ready to go. They're both in the lobby, readying up right now. We've got the return of Pro Lightning taking on tonight Shad FIFA. Coming on through right here. Featherweight once again looks like a Zabit Magomed Shirpov pickup. But Pro Lightning, obviously a former champion in another organization, UFL, I believe. I might be saying that wrong. I'm sorry if I am.
You're
but
right.
Got the loss, picked up an L in UFC, excuse me. Picked up an L in the ESFL debut, not last Sunday, the Sunday before, coming in hot. And here to avenge that loss, I do believe, and taking on the first fight here for Shad FIFA, looking to get a win nice and early in his ESFL debut.
Yeah, the storyline of this whole fight is, can Pro Lightning get redemption from his debut? And now he has to go against a nightmare and as a beat fighter. So Shad FIFA has a good chance of getting this win. I mean, he definitely has the reach advantage. It's all up to Pro Lightning. Can he just pick himself back up after that debut loss?
Sorry, I'm having trouble getting the link up here.
It's a YouTube one.
Fine.
I think you'll find
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Pro Lightning, though, like you said, he's got to avenge that loss. We'll see if he comes out a little bit more patient. He's doing good work with these double jabs from the outside, but obviously, any Zabit player, you want to be careful because there is a certain level of unpredictability that comes with Zabit, and we're not just talking about the full range of attacks, because you do have that, but it's what combos will you use? What ways can you surprise your opponent? Will you miss head kicks and follow it up with turning side kicks? Can you throw inside leg kicks into spinning back kicks? And now shooting a single leg against the cage, double unders, no defense from Pro Lightning. Gotta hit that R outside flick right there. Doesn't get it. Straight into crucifix, and this is real bad immediately for Pro Lightning. Double denied by Shad FIFA with his top position. Nice hip bump, gets it, but half stamina right here, and the elbows are going to start raining down.
Zabit is my living nightmare in UFC 3. Every single time, I'm always scared of what he's going to do to me in the clinch. Is he going to get the crucifix on me? Once you're in this position, it's hard to get out of if you're not that good in the ground game. So Pro Lightning has a lot ahead of him if he wants to survive in the ground.
Being patient here, though, with these transitions. Half guard on top. Are you back with us, Stan?
I'm still getting it up.
Okay.
I'm getting it up now.
No worries. Just so we know.
Right.
Taking that full
We
mount
got you.
right here, bumping out, half guard, nice deny from top. Shad FIFA, Pro Lightning not panicking here right now, though. He's not trying to force anything. Denies the crucifix, so he knows the game plan. And look at this stamina disadvantage right here, but can't hit the sprawl either. And he can't wait too long because Shad FIFA's going to just regen that stamina. It's going to make it even harder for himself here. So he's got to find a way back to the freak. Pro Lightning didn't have to deal with this in the ESFL debut right here, and now the grappling's being tested by Shad FIFA. Another deny, showing great work from a top position. You can get this early on any opponent. You're going to get a nice stamina advantage. The hit, he's going to denies the get up again. And Shad FIFA posturing up, dropping bombs, even with this low stamina. That's 2 blocks, but still denies. Wow.
Yeah, I thought even though he was taking damage, he was winning, being a little bit patient, denying these transitions from Zabit, from Shad FIFA. But now, after those 2 denials, he's in kind of a little bit of trouble. He can't let that stamina go down into the second round.
Okay, I'm back with you guys now. I'm back, and I've seen this Zabit on top, in mount, now he's in half guard, and we're going to see if Pro Lightning can do something about this, because as we know, he lost his last fight. Let's see, we've seen him be put through some controversies with the last fight. He's on the bottom, he's in back sitting now, which is good, but we're going to see how this fight plays out. Finding Zabit is nasty. Yeah,
back to the feet though, where Pro Lightning obviously wants this fight. He was doing good work with that range finding double jab, but when he put his back anywhere near that cage, that power double came through, and that's what put him in that bad spot. And he didn't block that transition to the double unders, got hit with that belly to belly suplex, so he cannot back up now. Knows that. Going to lead nicely with the straight into the double hooks to the body, but eats the knee right there. And Shad FIFA can be patient for the rest of this round, knows this one's in the bag, and they're going to just play it out nice and safe.
Good round by both gentlemen. Zabit, Shad FIFA doing a lot in the ground game. Now, one little thing that I saw at the end of that round, I want Pro Lightning to stay in the center of the octagon, because once he gets his back to the cage, it's nothing but trouble. He's going to get taken down. But once he goes a little bit too aggressive, he might get pivoted to his back to the cage. So he just needs to watch out and just stay in the center of the octagon.
I didn't see too much of the last round, but it seems as though that the Zabit is playing it very safe against Holloway, which is the best thing to do, take it to the ground. Holloway's got disgusting stand-up stats. So, yeah, but as Kingsley just said, this Holloway needs to stay in the center so he cannot get taken down.
And Shad now opening up with the kicks to the body, has nothing to fear right here from Pro Lightning. Knows there's no grappling offensive coming out. So even if he gets caught right there, worst case scenario, he eats one. A beautiful jab into the
great takedown.
Beautiful trip there from that single collar. Outside trip, but straight back into crucifix. And he knew this was coming. Unable to stop it though. 3 beautiful elbows. Does get to the side saddle position. But my God, this is not good for Pro Lightning. Immediately where he was at the start of that first round, in the same time, 3 minutes 45 to work here. This is not good.
Yeah, and it looks like they're going to the back clinch where we see a suplex here, and seems like he's got it back to a good position. Good stuff.
I'm definitely liking the game plan of Shad FIFA right here. I took him down, got him in the crucifix, couldn't get the finish, but he's using the side kicks to back up Pro Lightning to the clinch. Oh, there's the rock.
Working that block, almost broke it there with the head kick. And Pro Lightning here just stepping in over and over again with the jab straight, getting a little bit too predictable. And then coming back, Shad FIFA, nice body kick. And just when he had him thinking about the body, came back up with a turning side kick to the head. It was a beautiful job. And yeah, little capoeira cartwheel kick over the top, not doing nothing though. Shad getting the block up nice and high, ducking roundhouse in here. And again, these 1-2s from Pro Lightning, they're good, but he needs to mix it up. He needs to change the rhythm, his entry timing, and now he's just firing off those shots. Nice little lead body flick. Shad FIFA going back to that. And if he wants to trade in the pocket, he knows he has a head health advantage here too, so he's not worrying about it. The knee almost catching him there.
Yeah, I mean, Balin, look at this. I mean, all we've seen Pro Lightning do is just attack the head. I haven't seen much other than like one body kick that he's attacking the body. He's getting hit on his body too much, and he needs to change things up, as you said.
Listen, I understand the game plan that Pro Lightning's trying to do. He's trying to rock the head, get the finish, but you cannot hit him. The whole fight needs to change it up. Oh, but he needs to bait him. He needs to
there we go.
There we go.
There we go. Just as I said it.
Finally catching the kick, but again, lead body kick into the standing side kick there. Again for Shad FIFA doing a great job. And just as he thinks, this is going to be a stand-up fight, immediately the trip comes out again, but he gets that side control sweep. Pro Lightning not going straight back to the feet there. The slight hesitation cost him with the butterfly sweep. That's 1 flick out, 2 flicks out. He's going to hit that sweep. No, not into full guard, but Shad FIFA, beautiful work there. Not giving him a time to even think about whether he wanted to keep this fight on the mat or get straight back up. Pro Lightning swept over. Now he's going to sit up for that guillotine right here. He's going to go through. He's got 4 stages, hitting only 2-way escape. Only 10 seconds left in this round, so nothing
doing. Not enough time.
But damn, good performance so far from Shad FIFA.
You look at Shad FIFA's game plan, if we just saw his fight camp, this would be the exact game plan that you want to do against Pro Lightning. Attack the body, go for your takedowns, execute on any mistakes he does, and just take him down to the ground. It's been perfect game plan so far.
Definitely. I think Shad FIFA's definitely ahead. He's getting the takedowns, he's got the rocks. Pro Lightning needs to change something up here. He knows nothing is working so far. He needs to make him bait into something. He needs to go to the body and make him drop his block.
Well, Pro Lightning did get a rock towards the end of that round. Don't forget, he landed that straight right down the middle as Shad FIFA was stepping in with the kicks, and he came back with that left hook, and he caught those body kicks and was doing damage. So if anything, the interrupting strikes is what's going to work from here. Try and find a time and don't just push forward for the sake of it. Don't just throw your jab out there because you need to throw offense. Just wait, find a timing on your strikes. Try and counter. Get that straight right down the middle because you have damage. As Holloway, you have amazing stand-up. It's not going to take much to get a rock, and if you can get just enough damage off, you might finish him. Beautiful job. Tries to do the lunge back counter right there. Gets hit with a ducking roundhouse. And that straight right lead hook is going to be Pro Lightning's best friend, or the straight right lead uppercut if he can catch Shad FIFA when he's moving forward or low on stamina.
It seems like Pro Lightning has either 2 modes in this fight. Either trying to destroy the block gauge, which he doesn't have the stamina for, or he's loading up for the big shot. He needs to choose what he needs to do because these 2 strategies are not going to work out well for him, especially with this time being so low. He needs probably a finish stand.
Ooh, that's nice.
Yeah, definitely. I do think Shad FIFA's throwing the jab out a lot. That he's taken down there. But if he can get this back to the feet, I would like Pro Lightning to counter that jab. Maybe a slip straight lead hook, get the stun off. Maybe do something. But he needs to get back to his feet here, Balian.
Yeah, and just right there again, as soon as Pro Lightning starts to get any kind of advantage in the stand-up, Shad FIFA, very, very wise, doing a great job with that trip again from that clinch. And you know that clinch trip's hard to stop enough, but when you don't know it's coming, when you're not expecting it, when you're thinking about something else, it's even easier. And there, straight right, left hook. Like we said, straight right, left hook on the inside and gets a rock with it. He needs more of that. It's more about the timing. And look at the head health on Shad FIFA. This is not undoable. He has very little time. 130 left. The overhand right he's been throwing out there and missing a lot, but he's got to find a home on the inside and land that counter shot at the right time, because timing is going to beat more than volume right here. Timing.
I will say, Pro Lightning, if he sees a mistake, maybe like a high head kick, and he whips on it, he might be able to do this, but he needs a mistake to happen right now because there's under 1 minute left in this.
Oof.
He needs to force a brawl here. He needs to do something. Listen, he's behind on the scorecards. Forcing a brawl is not the worst thing you can do right now. You're behind on the scorecards. You know it's not going to go to. You need to force something to happen here. Yeah, he's rocked here.
Oh, but that's stamina.
We might have this one hit the scorecards. If we do, Shad FIFA's put on a great performance so far here tonight. Just showing a full range of attack from all different positions, all different ranges, as well as a great takedown game from the cage and from the center of the octagon. And great trips as well, just really knowing how to use the beat, which is, you know, if you can do that, you can use him like an MMA fight because he has so many skills and so many sweeps, so many good positions. And it was a great performance by Shad FIFA. Boom.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we'll know from the scorecards, but Shad FIFA, game plan executed, got the ground game, got what he wanted. He attacked the body. He was able to get those crazy combos that Zabit only has. He was able to do mostly what he wanted, except from that one rock. He was able to do much like that he wanted, Stan.
Definitely. Well, Holloway's got his hand up here. Zabit's got his hand down. So this could be. Oh, he's got his hand up. Oh, what's this?
What? Oh, what? Split.
He still
Did
won.
he say split decision?
He still won.
What?
There were some rocks. There were some rocks.
Jesus. Yeah, that was a good fight nevertheless. It was a perfect game plan. Took him down, did his thing, got the rocks. What do you think, Balian? What do you think of that fight?
Yeah, I think it's a great matchup as well. Pro Lightning coming back in, trying to get a win. Dropping to 0-2 right now in the ESFL. I don't know if we'll see them back. This is a super competitive division with our PlayStation guys over here. So if you come in and get 2 fights and you drop 2 losses, man, it's going to take a lot to get yourself another fight here at the ESFL. It was great work by Shad FIFA. I'd like to see him, matched up against somebody else, maybe another winner that we already had here tonight. But props to Pro Lightning for showing up again. Just, I think, a little bit too predictable with the early attack patterns. Just the double jab 1-2, just backwards and forwards, and it was really just the variation of attack, I think, from Shad FIFA that saw him to success. We had the lead kicks to the body going really nicely. The clinch trips when he wasn't expecting them. Shot a couple of takedowns against the cage. Great top position. Hit that crucifix. Even went for a guillotine at one point, so you got caught a little bit with a lead hook. But apart from that, Shad FIFA, pretty dominating performance. So I thought it was a good fight.
Absolutely. I mean, Pro Lightning, as you said, there was just too much that he had to deal with. He had some good spots, but not enough to carry himself to a victory. I mean, it was a split decision, so he definitely had his moments. Shad FIFA, he's definitely someone to look out for, especially making his debut against a former UFL champion. So, only things could go up for him.
Yeah, man. So, Shad FIFA, great performance. He's now 1-0, so let's see him get matched up. Maybe Justin Dempsey, guys. Who knows? But either way, I don't want Pro Lightning to leave just yet. He's 0-2. It was a split decision. Maybe we'll see him back. Hopefully.
All right. Next fight, ready to go. We got this is the main fight of the undercard. We have undercards now. Here we go. Headline the undercard tonight. Psychedelics taking on Rayhan right here. Both fighters 1-0. Going to be a middleweight. I'm excited to see this. No middleweight matchups. We rarely see it. It's a Jacare meta at middleweight. So let's see what these 2 fighters pick up right now. But it should be a good matchup. Both guys 1-0 right here this season.
Yeah, absolutely. Someone's O has to go. And if Psychedelics goes for Michael Bisping, I actually like that because Michael Bisping, he has the stamina. He's able to fight standing up. His ground game is good, but Zachary Sosa is the pick in the middleweight division. So if he's able to do this with Michael Bisping, I'll be very impressed.
So Psychedelics, Rayhan, both 1-0. We're going to see this here, but Bisping is great. The key to victory for Bisping against a Jacare is to work the body. It's only 3 round off. He needs to do this effectively. But if you're Jacare, the key is to always get it to the ground. Bisping's sub defense is not very good. It's around 90-91, I believe, and Jacare is like 99. So it's a no-brainer. If you can get it down, drain him a little bit, maybe something to get the Kimura on, work something there, then the fight could be a wrap.
Yeah, we'll see, man. Like you said, usually the only time we see Bisping players really struggle is when someone is putting that pressure on them and they're unable to stop that forward pressure. They're unable to hit and move and get out the way. So we'll see what the game plan is here from both fighters. Rayhan, maybe a slow methodical pace, but you got big power as Jacare, short arms but big power on the inside. So Psychedelic needs to stay out of that pocket, sit on the outside and take advantage of opportunities just like that to work the body.
Yeah, and a huge thing I think we need to make sure we know is that the Michael Bisping's perk is a negative reinforcement level 2. Now, negative reinforcement means that if he gets denies a takedown, that stamina of Jacare Souza gets lower and lower every single time. So if he's denying those takedowns, he might be in business.
Great job.
So he got him in the cage right against cage right here, but he's defending him well. As he said before, negative reinforcement is in play. You can see the stamina right here. Look, it's already dropped quite a bit. So we're gonna see if this does anything. But the key for Jacare is stay patient. Don't force the action. As crazy as it sounds, we don't want that stamina to go, Balian.
Yeah, good job, Rayhan planting the feet right there. Psychedelic also doing that, coming over the top of that right hand nicely. Lots of uppercuts coming out from Rayhan, and Psychedelic did a little bit of stood a little too close right at the start, but now he's sitting on the outside and popping that 1-2, interrupting that forward pressure. There's just forward movement from Rayhan. Psychedelic hitting and moving and planting as well, not just marching forward with that 1-2, which is good. And if you can stuff that first takedown attempt against the cage, that's really, really good for you if you're going to keep this fight on this feet, because not only do you not have to worry about putting your back to the cage, because you can feel confident about wherever this fight goes. You don't have to worry about holding the center of the octagon, because you know if it does go to the back, they're not going to shoot on you because they've seen you can defend. You can really, really start to pick your opponent apart and move where you want to move. And he's doing this right now with that 1-2 of Michael Bisping, which is beautiful. 1-2 and then left right hook as well, right on the chin of Rayhan, who thought he was out of range for that. So this is great work by Psychedelic right now. And like you said already, the stamina becoming a factor, but walking into the pocket like that is going to cost you, especially if you step in that close with the body kick. And he eats the big rear uppercut. Left hand, nice slip for the straight though, returns with the body kick.
Yeah, I mean, so far, Rayhan, he's using a lot of stamina, but he's getting some rewards from it. I like what Psychedelics is doing. I think he needs to play a little bit more of a Venus flytrap, try to sucker Jacare Souza in a little bit and just try to counterattack and counterpunch. Just be like a boxer a little bit and just work the floor, work the mat a little bit, and just find your opportunities.
Definitely. So if you're Bisping right now, like what Psychedelic is doing, he's not kicking. Because if that kick gets caught, you're getting taken right down. So he needs to chill out a little bit. Throw the box. He's doing well with that. Rayhan's for the spinning back kicks. They look nice. They look fancy. They're nice when they connect, but a lot has been missing. So I'm like what Psychedelic is doing, attacking the body, just training for the later rounds, especially with that higher altitude perk that Bisping has. In the third round, that's going to play a massive factor.
Great job grabbing that single leg and running the pipe right there. I was just going to agree with you there, Stan, and compliment him on the change up right there. He went from that roundhouse to the body to the knee to the body on the inside. It was that roundhouse he threw that got him caught and rocked right there by Rayhan. Found that uppercut, left hook down the middle when he was just too close to throw that roundhouse, switched to the knee. Now the two beautiful knees, and they went back to the roundhouse out range, but the pipe was run by Ray on that single leg, snatched him down to the mat, but nice and easy up for Psych as we end this round.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, good round for both guys. Both guys had their moments. One key thing that I love from Psychedelics, at that end of the round, before he got taken down, he hit two very clean knees to the body, and that took off a lot of stamina of Jacare Souza. So if he's able to do that more, attack the body, and just block the body a little bit more, he might have like some of the judges scoring in his favor.
Definitely. So if this Jacare is coming forward, so he's sticking the knees out, so he knows he's not in range. He doesn't want to get caught with an uppercut, so the knee is a better option if you're in the pocket. So I'm liking what he's doing here. Look, you can already see the stamina. There's a massive advantage. So that's going to be, imagine next round, that higher altitude perk, it's not going to be looking so good. So Rayhan needs to get this down as soon as he can. When he sees an opportunity, he needs to grab it.
Yeah, Psychedelic doing a great job in the last round, hanging out a little bit too much in the pocket right here. Now he can put his back to the cage, not worry about it. And I was going to say the knees were great to the body, but the problem is if you're going to throw those knees and he's throwing that rear uppercut left hook, it's going to hurt you. So you got to be careful when you're throwing them. And he ate that rear uppercut right there. And then as soon as he threw the body kick, got caught. And again, right there with a knee, rear uppercut left hook. So as good as those knees were, he has to be careful because that's one place he doesn't want to be. The outside, the jab, the straight, that's beautiful work. You can stay that all night. And he was hitting that straight to the body, which was draining that stamina. But anytime he's in the pocket right there, he's taking them shots. He needs to calm down, stay on the outside. There's no rush right here. There's no need to get this offense off so desperately. You've got to hang out in range of these Jacare hooks. Nice push into the takedown attempt, but sprawled on again.
It looks like Rayhan is very comfortable in those trade opportunities. Every time he gets hit with a knee, he's like, I know exactly what to counter this and make it easier for me. But you saw 3 straight knees from Psychedelics. I mean, he's going with that game plan. I would just love for him to like just sprinkle it in a little bit more, just mix it up a little bit.
Definitely. So I'm liking what he's doing, but you gotta remember everything in this game has a vulnerability spike. So with those knees, you can get caught, you can get uppercuts, Bailey said before. So I think staying at range from the fake jab straight to the body is your best bet. You know, pick him apart, win the round, get the points, and then next round he can capitalize and perhaps go for the knockout.
I mean, I'm sure Psychedelic's not too concerned. He knows he has a head health advantage, so if he's trading a little and doing damage, he's probably not worried too much. But even though Rayhan's down on the stamina, man, he's still going to hit hard. And there, through the knee, the right hand came over the top and he ate that lead uppercut. And he slipped, but ate the left hook. And this could be it right here. Bisping's got a chin on him, but damn. And that's what we're talking about. Again, the knee. Too close for that. Rayhan knows it and working the game. Now he's going to try and get a nice hip toss off, maybe an inside reap. Nice switch here by Psychedelic and a nice break as well. But he still has to be careful and he has to acknowledge that.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I'm liking what Bisping has been doing on the ground. I mean, even though he's gotten taken down a little bit, he's been able to like get his way back up to the stand-up game. So, oh my goodness.
So I think the first round was pretty close. So this round, obviously, I just seen the Rock then. So the Jacare is, it's a close fight to call. Jeez, this is a close fight. But Psychedelics, remember that next round, he got knocked down, a bit of stamina went, and he just body rocked him then. He's got that higher altitude coming in, so it's only going to get worse from here. So that Jacare needs to get him down and put a submission on.
Oh, I'm surprised he keeps throwing that lead body kick. If it's not getting caught, it's going to whiff, and it just whiffed right there. But damn, man, the stamina, no joke. But this is one of the reasons why people pick Jacare at this division, man. You forget how much power he has in those hands. And when you're trading on the inside with someone with a short reach, those hooks come off fast. And that big right hand from Jacare is so dangerous and will rock you, no matter how much stamina he's got. If you've got a low chin, you know, as much as you're taking down the stamina of your opponent, you're getting hit in the face. So your chin health doesn't exactly need much touching before you start getting rocked. So Rayhan knows this. Psychedelic has to be aware of this and be careful of that big right hand because he got rocked with it 3 times in that round.
And you can see Psychedelics, he's staying in his range a little bit. He's trying to move back a little bit, but now it's just a little bit more in the phone booth. He's just trying to keep a distance where he doesn't get taken down that much and find a way where he can land that body kick. But those pivots right there, Rayhan could very much take advantage of those.
So this is exactly how I thought it would be for the Bisping. He's got the Rock there. So he was picking him apart the first 2. He picked him apart. So in this third round, that stamina advantage and the head health events and the body health events, he's going to pick him apart. But now I was taken down. Now you're in Jacare's black BJJ belt world. So it doesn't matter how much less of a stamina opponent you have. One submission is all a Jacare needs, Valiant.
Yeah, and you know, Rayhan's got that takedown twice and unable to do anything with it both times. Quite easily stand up there for Psych. Not really much problem. Didn't really have to do much and just denied a basic transition from Ray. Ray not hitting anything. No fakes. Just went for the side into half guard and just nicely denied. Then the get up foot on hips. So it was easy peasy. But yeah, the head health of Rayhan super low. And this could be the finish coming up right now after that whiffed kick. Super low. Another kick to the body. Doesn't know where to defend. The 1-2 coming over. Another lead kick to the body. Knee up the middle. But then he took the knee and he eats the uppercut. Left hand. Again, now we've been talking about that all fight.
Just constant mistakes by both guys, whiffing and just able to take advantage of those punishments. Now it's up to Rayhan. Can he capitalize on this ground game right here into a half guard position? There could be a plenty of chance that the judges could score the other way. So you can't take any chances with these type of moments.
So it's exactly as Kingsley said. It's still, all these whiff kicks. You would have thought they'd be knocked down from a whiff kick by now. I don't know what's going on. Oh, this Jacare looks tired. Is this Bisping's going to put the pressure on? I think right now we're going to see Valiant.
Yeah, whiffed again on the wheel kick to the head. 1-2's coming out. It's good
Negative
work there
reinforcement.
right at the end of the rage. It's so low. There's no
Oh,
block or head
man.
health. A 1-2 will probably end this fight. Nice duck under. Rayhan using that head movement when he's got to and drives to the cage with the double leg right there if he can secure it. It was great defense early on from Psych. I'll be surprised if he gets it. Switches to the single. Going to pull those legs apart. No great deny right there by Psych. It's going to be hard to finish this. Good cage defense right here, and this is Psych has shown this since the start of the fight. You need to be able to defend against. But gets a body-to-body suplex. Just as I say that into side control, he's got 30 seconds here. Even to attack with submission, might secure this round. Both fighters have been doing rocks, not an abundance of knockdowns. Could really go either way based on the scoring tonight. You got to think that Psych probably walks away with it right here, but damn, it's been a good fight.
It's been absolutely incredible. We see these denials, we saw takedowns, we see denial of takedowns. I think all these perks came into effect for Michael Bisping and Zachary Sosa.
Yeah, I agree, Kingsley. It's exactly as we said before that was a negative reinforcement. You said it played a massive part in this. So
Too.
that negative reinforcement and that higher altitude played a massive part in this. It's Bisping for exactly how he should have, and the Jacare, he got him down, but he couldn't capitalize. So it's just either way. I think the Bisping might have taken this fight. What do you guys think?
I think Psychedelic could have walked away with it, but again, you have no idea sometimes in this game, you know. Rayhan did get some takedowns, and he got some rocks. There we go. There we go. Rayhan walking away with it. Those takedowns, those rocks.
Wow.
I mean, man, just goes to show, man, doesn't matter how high you are in the stamina, doesn't matter how hurt your
really?
opponent is, sometimes you have to finish to secure the victory, and I know Psychedelic will not be happy with that. Probably feels like he won that fight quite easily. Rayhan very damaged at the end of it, but he didn't finish it. 6 takedowns from Rayhan in that fight. 6 takedowns, which is a crazy number. Not a lot of top control, but 6, and 5 stun/wobbles, so Rayhan did do a lot more work than we probably gave him credit for, but look at the strike difference here. 109 strikes landed.
Wow.
To 58, and you know that's just persistency right there, and you got to finish the fight in those situations. Psychedelic maybe could have pushed a little harder, was walking into a lot of big shots, but man, close fight, and you know you could kind of give it to either guy, but Psychedelic maybe coming up with a better performance. Both 1-0 now, 1-1. Someone lost their O for that. What do you guys think?
I think just looking at both sides, if I'm both these fighters, I will look back at this tape and work on what I can do a little bit better. Zachary Rayhan did a lot of good stuff doing the ground game, but he got denial in those transitions, in those takedowns, and like that striking difference like played a huge factor. And then Psychedelics, I mean, you just need to be a little bit more aggressive, but a little bit more patient where you don't make a mistake. There's a lot of tape that you need to look back on this fight.
So Psychedelics landed more, but I do think that, as you've seen from the stats, Rayhan, his total strikes, he got stuns from that. He got a knockdown from that. So he threw with intentions, whereas the Bisping threw when he was just trying to drain his stamina the whole fight, whereas the Jack was trying to take his head off. It was a good match. One, as Billy said, 1-0 went, but when I moved to 2-0, it's just going to be interesting to see how this plays out in the rankings.
Yeah, I think that's right. Yeah, and you know, I'm sure he was looking to finish the fight, but unable to get it done. And you can't underestimate the power of Jacare, man. Like you said, big, damaging, powerful strikes, and 6 takedowns, man. I know he shot 15, but you know, defense kind of is its own reward in some regards, especially with negative reinforcement.
Oh, yeah.
You know, like, but he still got 6 of those takedowns. Didn't do much with them, but that's a lot of takedowns. That's going to score some points. So Rayhan walking away with a victory and moves to 2-0 right now this season. But next fight on the card, moving on to the main card we got right now, I believe, unless I'm wrong, is it the T-City matchup against Epic Trolls, or?
No. We got the Drizzle versus Mr. Darth fight.
Yeah.
Okay, right. Let me grab that one really quick. Well, tell us about this fight then.
Well, this fight, there's a lot of things to be excited for. I mean, both these guys are ESFL veterans. EK Darph is 1-0. He's ranked 38 in ranked championships. And Drizzle, he's 1-2 in season 2, and he's also ranked 42 in ranked championships on the PS4 side.
So Drizzle is, as Kingsley said before, he's 1-2, great striker, but he's up against a great ground guy in Mr. Darph right here. So Mr. Duff's actually got Robbie Lawler readied up, so this is going to be interesting if he does decide to take it to the ground. But if you're picking Robbie Lawler, who's got heavy hands, his wrestling isn't too bad, but you're not picking him for that purpose. You're picking to throw and brawl. And Drizzle has a Leon Edwards readied up, and you know what? He could get away with it. Leon Edwards isn't a bad pick in the striking department, and Drizzle has great striking. Both ESFL veterans.
I mean, when you look,
Go on, carry on. I don't have the fight right now. I'm trying to find it. I don't have it. Like,
check in live notifications. I sent you the link to it.
okay, cool. All right, cool. Right, well they're ready to go then. So let's jump on over. Welterweight, always fun, and like you said, the ready's up right here. Here we go.
Yeah, and when you look at Rafael Dos Anjos and Robbie Lawler, I love those picks. Even though it's welterweight division, I usually like a Tyron Woodley or a Wonderboy Thompson pick because I love fighting on my feet and able to get those hooks in. But Rafael Dos Anjos, an ESFL pick, if I ever see one, and Robbie Lawler, those are just hands waiting to be thrown against Rafael Dos Anjos.
I am very surprised that there's no GSP pick here. Every welterweight fight, well, most of the time, has a GSP pick in it. I'm loving the difference between these two guys. They're picking somebody different, so it's going to be more interesting, especially the Robbie Lawler pick. But what Drizzle needs to do is stay out of range of that Robbie Lawler. RDA hasn't got a great chin, as we said before in one of the earlier fights. So Drizzle is a great striker. I'm sure he knows what he's doing, but I think attacking the body, wearing him out with Robbie Lawler, then deciding to go full force. What do you think?
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, Robbie is not someone to be messed around with. You got great takedown defense as well, so you can really nullify an opponent's game. And if you keep the fight on the feet, I mean, and you can keep that stamina up, fight well, get your ones and twos off, and only throw your big shots at your big opportunities, then yeah, you can definitely not have to worry about stamina. I mean, Robbie Lawler is one of those fighters. You don't need to throw your big right hand because your one and your two and your uppercut will do it for you. But this is good work right here from Drizzle, sitting on the outside. Drizzle, very technical fighter, going to pump that jab, going to pump that straight, and try and get a little work off right here.
Yeah, and you can see both guys trying to find their range a little bit of push kick for Mr. Darth. It just seems like they know what they want to do. They want to mix it up a little bit and just find their range a little bit.
You're going to have to excuse me a second, boys. You take over this one. I have to just BRB for a second.
Sure, no problems. So, as we've seen already, Mr. Darth's in the way. He's trying to do what I like to call a super straight, courtesy of Rums 26. So it's when you lunge backwards and come forward with a straight. As he's gone for the clinch here, so he is trying to wrestle. Maybe he's trying to pick Robbie Lawler to make up for the striking because his wrestling is that good. He can just pick a striker and wrestle. Who knows? What do you think, Kingsley?
Yeah, I mean, when you're in this clinch position, usually it's Rafael Dos Anjos that's like a huge major threat. And the fact that Mr. Darth is saying, you know what, I'm going to be in this clinch, I'm going to take you down and get in the side control and do some damage because I know that you're not bettering me in the clinch. So it's really interesting how he does in this side control. Maybe he goes for a crucifix, maybe a half guard posture up. There's a lot of avenues where you could go.
So he's going back in side control right here. Drizzle's doing very well defending off his back as Mr. Darth gets posture up position. And I can say Mr. Darth is a beast from that posture up in the side control position. So we're going to see if he's going to capitalize on this. Drizzle needs to start defending that side control because it seems like Darth keeps cutting through it like butter. He needs to defend it.
Yeah, and every time he lands those punches in side control, those count in the eyes of the judges. So the fact that he's able to posture up or even go to the side controls and get some damage going, but it looks like they're going to be standing up. But so far, so good for Mr. Darth.
Yep, as Mr. Darth landed a push kick there. So Drizzle's trying, I think Drizzle's trying to keep it in the center. He doesn't want his back up against the cage, which is the right move. So I think that Robbie Lawler pick might have thrown Drizzle off a little bit, but he can't let that affect him too much. He needs to stay in the center. He needs to keep his back off the cage because that's where Mr. Darth wants him. He wants to capitalize on the grappling. He needs to try and maybe pick him apart to the body or something like that. He needs to do something to just keep that back off the cage.
Yeah, one thing is worrying a lot about me about Drizzle is the fact that he's preemptively slipping, trying to find out a way. He almost got punished by that head kick. It was just on the opposite side of his stance. So if he does another slide and it's a 50-50 where he gets hit with an uppercut or head kick, that could be huge trouble.
As the round ends, that was a close round, but I might have edged that to Mr. Darth with courtesy due to the takedown, holding him down, coming through to side control, landing a few shots, posturing up. He got back to the feet and Mr. Darth landed the more significant strikes.
I agree.
Absolutely. I mean,
sorry.
You're good.
As you were saying, I think Darth.
5 seconds.
with the wise pick here. Sorry to interrupt. Like there, definitely. Oh, beautiful job as one hits the
Oh, no,
spear
you're
takedown. We know that EK Darth and most of the EK camp are so good with their full range of mixed martial arts, and you know Robbie Lawler has a great top game. He has, as his name would suggest, ruthless ground and pound. So you can do work from a top position as Lawler. You just got to be careful to be able to get back up when you can. He's got good get ups as well. I think Robbie from a few different positions, and he's very hard to take down if your opponent does try initiate their own grappling. So I think it's a great pickup here. Not really someone we see in the meta at all is Robbie, but I mean viable if you can play him correctly and you know, dictate the pace of the fight.
When you think about Robbie Lawler, if I would have told you that Robbie Lawler was going to have ground control for over like 1 minute and 30 seconds, you would have called me crazy. But like right now, he's doing so great in the ground.
He's definitely doing great. He's holding him down. Drizzle's doing well, denying off his back. Like I said before, though, for some reason, he keeps letting Darth slide through to side control. That's where Darth does his best work, especially in the crucifix position. He needs to defend him. Look, he's got through there again. He needs to start defending that, because if he doesn't defend that, this could end really badly for Drizzle. He needs to get back to the feet, you know, maybe get a rock, because at the moment, Darth is slipping away with this round baiting.
Yeah, and I think, you know, it's a good plan by Darth, especially against Drizzle. Drizzle, a fantastic striker. Darth knowing he doesn't really need to worry about anyone with, you know, with a much of a bottom game, because Drizzle's not really going to hold that top position, you know. Darth only needs to worry about, if the grappling goes to it, where do I want to be? On top, let me hold that position. Someone with a good top game, Robbie right here, and it's been good work on the feet as well. So here we go, more forward pressure from Darth. Oh, trading. That was a beautiful 2-3-2 classic boxing combo right there from Darth, catching him with that straight after that lead hook, which got the rock in right there. And we're going to have to see Drizzle try and survive, hit and switch, and try and work that body, man. I mean, there is a stamina advantage he could take, but let's see if he can take advantage of that at all.
Yeah, he's doing a lot in the southpaw position. I wonder if he's gonna try to go back to orthodox and maybe attack the legs a little bit more. Because like right now, this positioning is not really working out for him. He's getting hit a lot, and like Mr. Darph is not missing with these combos as he gets another 1-2 right there.
It's very weird seeing Drizzle pressure like this. I think he's just too afraid of the takedown. I think the Robbie Lawler might have thrown him off, but he needs to get himself together mentally right here, because this isn't looking good so far. He's getting taken down, he's getting beaten up a little bit. He needs to change something, because he needs to know. Oh, and another rock right there. Jeez, man.
Beautiful pull counter.
What do you think, Balian?
Beautiful pull counter. 3 shots to the body into the roundhouse as well. I mean, you've also got this problem when you're in this position against Robbie Lawler. You can't trade. You can't sit in the pocket and trade. You don't have the power advantage. And Robbie's got a chin on him, so Darth can just put this forward pressure on, winning every aspect of that round as well. I think that's really good work. And like you said, he had Drizzle, not used to seeing him fight like this. Bit of a tough situation to be in. And great forward pressure right there as soon as he let him back on the feet. And those pull counters, dangerous, devastating.
Ooh, knockdown.
Oh, beautiful.
Oh my God.
Yeah, rear uppercut, lead hook, just chipping him on the chin right there, and hits his own top position now, taking advantage of it. He has some perks for RDA, but damn, great job, great rock. And, you know, Darth walking straight into that one.
Oh,
yeah.
man.
I didn't expect that to happen. It was just so, like, in the blink of an eye, I didn't expect that from Drizzle, but Drizzle's here to fight. I mean, there's still one more round to go. Anything is possible. Mr. Darph, I wonder how he's just going to, like, rebound from this. He might actually go for... Oh, I thought he was going to go for a suplex right there.
Well, he's got him in the clinch. It's a bad position. Koi's just been knocked down, but I believe he's 2 rounds up, Mr. Darph is. So Drizzle needs to break here. He needs to find a way off the cage. He needs to maybe turn him, get double under. This is the underhook belt right here. He needs to get in the double under position, turn him around and break. He needs to do something. He needs to break and get the finish.
Yeah, and Darth definitely going to be able to dictate a lot of this clinch position. Knows it inside and out. Drizzle's got to have to work on this. Outside, but definitely showing a good game, getting denies off. But this is good work, man. When you see denies and trades and fakes and takedown attempts in the clinch, and look at that, Drizzle winning the clinch battle, just as I say it, straight back to the feet. Doesn't want any of the ground game, but you know these guys are veterans when you get that much of a battle in the clinch. Nice bolo uppercut to the body from Darth, backing up, throwing these strikes, but it was that rear uppercut left hook that caught him. He lets it in there now with a rear uppercut 2 from Drizzle, so he's got to be careful of that. The pull counter straight, tried to get it off here, but no follow up from Drizzle through the straight, plied, and then Darth just whiffing there. Left hook coming inside. There's that preemptive slip that you talked about here, but the straight right is the one that catches him. And man, his head health is low. Darth trying to walk him down for the finish.
Oh, man.
Oh, we couldn't even see it.
Like, I'm telling you, the preemptive strikes I said in the first round, it troubled me so much because I thought if it's a 50-50 situation, Mr. Darph is not going to miss any of those strikes. And it just proved so in this third round.
Oh, there's a, what a submission.
An armbar with
wow.
Robbie Lawler, crazy. Man, sitting out for it one stage. Good submission defense on RDA. Is he going to get it? Oh my God. Wow.
He has to stand up.
And this is another fight where you don't really know who's going to win. You're going to guess that Darth might get that win based on the scorecard so far, but honestly, you never know.
Oh, big rock.
Oh, beautiful overhand.
Oh my goodness.
Lead uppercut falling short right here. Drizzle still pushing forward. Still trying to stalk him down. Head health so low. That pull counter's got to look out for. Straight right into the left hook coming wide. Lead uppercut.
This is crazy.
Man, Drizzle wants that finish so bad, and Darth is not letting him have it. Still try and fire back with that. Switch knee off the lead knee.
Oh,
missing right there.
Again, big.
This is crazy.
Oh, 1 second left.
1 second left in the fight with the knockout. Absolutely insane right there from Mr. Darth. Persistency with that straight right from Lawler. Oh my goodness, we've got the final fight sequence saved here. To run it back when it pops up, we can see it right here. I'll talk you through it as it finished. Big left right. It was that straight right from Darth as he walked him onto it. Drizzle pushing forward right here towards the end. There's that switch knee off the lead leg. Gets the rock. 5 seconds left right here. Still pushing forward the uppercut. It was a straight lead uppercut and then left hook straight. Man, boxing combinations Robbie Lawler absolutely insane. But man, Drizzle trying so hard for that finish. Knew he had to get it. Didn't win it in the end. Man, guys, this fight, honestly.
I mean, basically, judges? What judges? We don't need no stinking judges with 1 second left getting that knockout. I mean, on EK Darth's side, Mr. Darph, he had the 3 basic necessities you needed to win this fight. He had the ground control, he had the significant strikes, and he had the rocks and stuns. He was basically perfect in all 3 of these aspects. Even though there was a little bit of trouble in that third round, the fact that he was able to get out of the judge's hands and get that knockout with 1 second left, that 1 itty-bitty second left, that is just pure amazement right there.
That was pure Robbie Lawler, ruthless fashion right there, late knockout. So the story of the fight was Drizzle. It was so weird seeing him back up because we all know that Drizzle is a very good pressure fighter, but I do think the Robbie Lawler pick might have thrown him off a little bit there. He got wrestled with Robbie Lawler, so it's like, oh, this Robbie Lawler wants to wrestle, and then he gets up. It's Robbie Lawler on the feet. it was difficult to deal with, but in the third round, Drizzle tried to go back in Drizzle fashion, tried to come back with the pressure, but it was too late by that time. He as Kingsley said earlier in the fight, the pre-empty slips just wasn't working. Great fight by both.
Great fight by both, definitely. And both veterans as well, man. They showed a full range of skills. I mean, EK Darth gets it done again. I mean, how many times has he got wins here in the ESFL? I think he's 2-0 now this season. Which is great for him, man. And we know that Darth can fight with anybody, always showing up with a different fight or a different pick. Robbie Lawler, man, I think, like you said, just surprised Drizzle a little bit here. Great counter pick to RDA, really, as long as you don't get stuck on the bottom. And EK Darth trusting in his wrestling enough that it didn't happen. Great matchup, great fight. And yeah, if you're gunslinging with Robbie Lawler, chances are you will eventually get knocked out, and that's what happened as well right there. So great fight. But we've got time for plenty more. I think we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more fights this evening, moving in always to the top of this main card right here. The next fight going to be Brian Triangle City taking on Epic Trolls right here at welterweight again, which we do love. And this looks like some interesting picks as well, guys, right here.
I am praying to the gods that we see a Dana White in the ESFL. I really want to see this. Live up to your name, please, Epic Trolls. Give me the Dana White pick. But again, BTC, Brian Triangle City, they're both 1-1. If he goes with his Mike Perry pick, I mean, I don't think we have any previous film where he's used his pick, so it'll be really interesting. I don't know much about this pick. Do you know anything, Stan? Oh my God, Dana White pick. We got it. It's confirmed.
He's picked him. What a great guy. So it's Dana White versus Mike Perry here. So we both know Mike Perry's a great stand-up fight, great boxing, heavy hands. Dana White on the game. Not many people might know this, but he's got good boxing. But the only problem is that cardio. I'm not sure about I think Mike Perry's cardio is good standing, but I don't see Epic Trolls taking down a Mike Perry pick. But before this fight starts, I think you guys are gonna have to excuse me for 2 minutes.
That's all right. Yeah, like you said, this should be a great matchup. We've gone in here with two picks we don't normally see. I mean, always good. Both fighters 1-on-1. We didn't mention that right here with Epic Trolls and Brian Triangle City. We know that T-City has great jiu-jitsu, man. The key is in the name, so we'll see if we get it out. We have that haymaker punch from Mike Perry, which is slightly faster than that overhand, comes right over the top. But Dana White, man, definitely a great boxing. But let's not even talk about that. Let's talk about the matchup and how these two are mixing it up right here. In the pocket, head movement's going to be key in there. Triangle City switching off, and there's a rear uppercut getting the rock as he's getting tagged about. T-City grabbing. Oh, that double multi-clinch right there, and getting the elbow over the top for more rocks right here. Just forward pressure from T-City. 4-punch combinations with that rear uppercut, really putting it on Epic Trolls right here in the first round.
I mean, BTC, we know he's an ESFL vet, and he's ready to just go in for a brawl, going for these overhands, just suffocating Dana White, aka Epic Trolls. And I really want to see if Epic Trolls could just get out of the way and like maybe land an uppercut or so, because it just seems like he's getting too much suffocate right now.
I love what BTC is doing right here. He knows he can just trade. He's standing right there and just firing the uppercut right up the middle. As Epic Trolls is trying to land these 1-2s. He's just like, we're going to stand and trade them here with the uppercut. Beautiful 3 hooks to the body. All of these hooks, look how close they stand to each other. Brian Triangle City taking all these punches on his block right now, though. It's so low. Haymaker coming over the top, not landed. The lead overhand from Epic Trolls right there, missing the teep to the cage into that full plumb again, but denied. Stamina's low. Left hook to the body, right hook to the head, double hooks, 3 hooks to the body right there for Trolls. So great trading on the inside with this tight boxing from both fighters here now. Pushing forward with that double jab is Brian Triangle City trying to get that lead hook to work in there. Epic Trolls stepping off the rear uppercut lead hook that we see so often. That haymaker still firing over the top, but it's bouncing off that block every time. And this is where the stamina is going to start coming in, because TCD's trying to hit these 4-punch combinations and not getting them.
Absolutely. I mean, Epic Trolls, I love what he did on the stand-up game. He went for the head held, and then I was going to say, but maybe he was scared of like getting hit with an uppercut, and he finally attacked the body and didn't get hit with an uppercut. So huge landing strikes, and now they're in a clinch game right now, and BTC has a wealth of knowledge in this clinch game. So it's going to be really interesting if Epic Trolls finds a way to get out of this, but a tie clinch right there.
Yeah, like you said, I mean,
I'm back.
BTC loves to grab these submissions from the clinch. He does it so often. He knows Triangle City, as the name would suggest, and he loves hanging out in that clinch to grab them submissions. Beautiful day boxing right here. You're using Mike Perry with the uppercuts on the inside. Great work. This is a beautiful display of damage you can do from the clinch. Second time he's got the rock right there. Lead hook to the body. The haymaker coming over the top, trying to land it. But Epic Trolls planting, trying to trade back straight left hook. Good job right there in tight. Let's see if Brian Triangle City tries to fire the uppercut up the middle, because that's what he had success with earlier. Slip off to the side again. There's the cheeky left hook though. Getting the rock, and the head in the block is so low right here. This could be it if he gets one more punch in. Doesn't land it.
Oh my goodness, what is this fight? What is this fight, babe?
Beautiful first round. I love that haymaker that Mike Perry has.
History right here.
Great first round, guys.
There we go.
I haven't seen it so.
I mean, rocks.
I just want to say one perk I saw on Dana White.
Oh my god, can we just acknowledge how both fighters just ran towards each other right here and threw overhands.
Oh my god.
Look at that.
Jeez.
Insane. That's the haymaker beating the overhand with speed though. Sorry to interrupt there.
No, you're fine. One perk I really want to look out for is Vengeful level 3 for Dana White. He increases his power attribute by +3 on all strikes when he's either rocked or stunned. So be on the lookout if he goes for a crazy strike if he's rocked.
Alright, so I've got a fight up right here. Oh, alright, I haven't seen much. So I saw Brian Triangle City have Epic Trolls in the clinch. But gee, the overhands.
Three lead overhands right there. Not a punch we see every single day, but making it work for him. It's kind of hard to see it coming. It comes right over the top, arching down, dipping that head underneath. An uppercut from Epic Trolls would do a lot of work right here if he can land it. And a little pull back into it. Doesn't get it off here too, but still this forward pressure from T-City is just insane right now.
Oh, that stamina loss. Just huge moves by like BTC. He's able to just take advantage of all this stamina loss by Epic Trolls. Every time he gets taken over, oh look at that, just combination right there.
Well, we've seen overhand City, Brian, BTC, OHC, overhand City here, guy. Oh, and another knockdown. Oh, this is getting a bit bad here. And the clinching into cage. Let's see what he can do here as he breaks Balian.
Yeah, I mean, they're back in the center now, just trading on. Oh my god, Epic Troll slips straight. Lead hook, man. He has been landing that. These short combinations for Epic Trolls, just 2 punches, always that straight lead hook off that slip, mainly when Brian is leading with that jab. So he does have to be careful about that. And now he's rolling underneath these overhands. This is bad, man. Oh, another overhand at the top. This could be it. Man, he's on top, going to put the pressure on. No, not able to finish, but oh my god, great work rolling under those overhands. Now Brian Triangle City, after all that forward pressure, all that stamina work, those 2 rocks and a couple of shots to the body, it's back in, you know, even Stevens on the head health and stamina. This is still a very close fight.
I smell it. I smell a comeback coming. One of these overhands, like in another sport, they're called knuckleballs. If he throws one more overhand, 3 strikes, you're out. You need to watch out for those overhands.
I think that Epic Trolls wasn't expecting Brian Triangle City to go out so aggressive, so now he's like, oh my god. Oh, again.
This could be it right here.
Body shots.
Oh, this could be it right here. No, it's not. I can't believe it's not. How did that not finish the fight? Beautiful roundhouse to the body on the outside after hitting 3 or 4 hooks, man. And just dropping him. BTC on the ground, but the head health is still so low for Trolls. Both men going to recover a little bit if it goes to the end of this round. Remember that. So it could still be anybody's fight if Epic Trolls is unable to finish. But props to both men for just slinging overhands at each other all night long, basically. Reckless abandon. I mean, these guys have both had loads of fights, a wealth of fights in the ESFL. And you know you don't get to fight here often. If you're going to show up on a Sunday night at the ESFL and just sling leather at each other, I mean, that's pretty insane.
Hey guys, do you love overhands? Because this is the fight for you. Overhands, over overhands, over overhands. It's just plenty of overhands in this fight.
3 lead overhands in a row at one point in that round. Insane.
There's just not much to say. Just overhands. It's an awesome fight. What? There's no grappling every time it's grappling. Oh. Nope, stand straight back up. Let's sling more overhands. It's great.
Man, the body
I'm loving this, Balian.
The body work from Epic Trolls is really, really working right now. But his head health is still so low, man. Ooh. His head health is still so low. It's not going to take much. Brian Triangle City knows it, and he wants to just trade and catch him when he's swinging. If he commits to that uppercut and Trolls comes down to work that body, he's going to crack him with an uppercut. So we'll see, man. It's whoever gets cracked first right here. It's to the body. And
the uppercut.
But whiffing, Epic Trolls on the outside, just missing with the overhand. Brian Triangle City going to step back in. Man, if I'm Trolls, I'm trying to get some kicks off or something. Anything to stay at range, because if you hang out in this pocket, you're giving Triangle City a chance to win this fight.
Yeah. If Epic Trolls go, overhands for days!
Oh, the left hook!
Could that be it?
Oh, if he gets one in, he's going to stack. Good job.
Yo, where's Swiss at? This is Swiss's kind of fight.
Oh my god.
Oh, wait, is that it?
That's it.
Oh my goodness.
Oh.
That is it, man. And as we said, he stood too long in the pocket, got caught with that overhand off the left hook. Man, dropped and pounded out from the stack guard for the finish. What a fight. Absolutely insane right here.
Ovation, because our wildest dreams came true. Dana White was in the ESFL. It was a majestical fight. Overhands for days. Body shots over body shots. It was just everything you want in a Dana White fight. 50 G's, Dana.
That's definitely been fight of the night so far. So around Triangle City, he goes to 2-1, whereas Epic Trolls goes to 1 and 2. We're gonna see if Epic Trolls can come back and perhaps try and come back. You know, we've seen before people have came back, made a run for the title from being 1 and 2 or something like that, negative. We're going to see if we can do that, whereas it's going to be interesting to see how Brian Triangle City fares in the near future, especially with the rankings, Balian.
Yeah, man. I mean, that's good work for Triangle City, showing another side of his game, one of just complete reckless abandon and just filled with just big power strikes, you know, going from somebody like Brian Triangle City, you're a submission specialist technician, just a Mike Perry, where you're just trying to blast someone. I mean, granted, you know, you got to give it a little bit to Epic Trolls for playing into the matchup with the Dana White pick. A bit of body work from the outside with kicks may have changed that fight a little bit, but just not afraid to trade in the pocket right there, which may have been a mistake that caused the undoing of Epic Trolls, because that's what gave, you know, Brian Triangle City the opportunity to win that fight, and he ran away with it right there. He got that finish. It could have, to be fair, either man could have been finished in that fight. There were so many times both of them just got completely just dropped like a sack of potatoes to the canvas, and it was so close to being finished in either case. But man, coming out on top right there, T-City moving to 2-1 so far this season, and yeah, maybe an emergence in the rankings. We'll see who gets put up against next week.
Absolutely. I mean, I that was an absolutely incredible fight. I would love to see what BTC does in the future. And Epic Trolls, it seems like he puts on fun fights. So if he could just keep up that fun energy, just do something unexpected, we're both in for like some really good fights in the future.
All right. Moving on now to the Coco main event of the evening. The Coco main event of the evening, which is not even worth mentioning, but there we go. The Coco, yes, exactly. We've got Dominator taking on Egon Gonzalez here. Always a fun matchup when these two have fought previously. Egon Gonzalez right now, this record this season, 3-1, has been very active, 3 fights to 1. And if you can get another win here, 4-1, that's an impressive number to have next to your name. Already 4 wins this season. That's crazy. But he is fighting Dominator, who has looked absolutely unstoppable and has been unstoppable so far this evening. 2-0 right now, trying to make it 3 with his Dominic Cruz pick that he does always take at bantamweight, and guess what? That's where this fight's taking place. So let's see what these two have got for us.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, this is where we get down to business. I mean, this is where we see the big names, the big fighters in the ESFL. I mean, Dominator, what can you say? He's been on a tear. He's ranked number 12 in ranked championships, 2-0. And Egon Gonzalez, I mean, what can you say about him? Using a TJ Dillashaw, possibly. He's 3-1, as you said, Balin. These guys could possibly have a chance, possibly, if sources are correct, that he might have a number 1 contendership in ESFL 60.
So I'm back now. Sorry, I was just finding the link for that fight. But yeah, Dominator, fellow PTT member, great. He's a great player. Egon Gonzalez, you cannot look past him. He's another great player. This is going to be a great test for Dominator to see if he can come past a great player such as Egon Gonzalez. And he goes with a Dominic Cruz pick. So that's his favorite fighter. So we're going to see what kind of work he can do, Balian.
Yeah, I mean, he's done some great work from the outside. I mean, mixing up the grappling and the striking, which is kind of what you got to do when you're taking Dominic Cruz. But again, he's up against TJ. I mean, this really, this bantamweight division, you pick either of these fighters, it's really about how you execute as a player more than the actual statistics that either person possesses. But we'll see, man. As you said, both great fighters. This should be a great matchup. No idea how it's going to play out. We'll see who gets the better of the striking first, and if we get some grappling. But there we go, round 1.
A lot of movement by both these fighters. These guys have both marathon and perks, so every time they move around, they get their stamina back up in a crazy pace. So be on the lookout for a lot of movement.
Definitely. So what I can say about Dominator, watch out for the body work. He loves to work the body. That's where his best moves are at. He loves to work the body. But Egon Gonzalez is a great pressure fighter. So I'm going to see if Dominator can work the body with that pressure on, as we see the uppercut being worked to the body here, Balian. Yeah,
Dominator is looking to just counter, sit on the outside, make Egon Gonzalez miss, make him pay. But he's very rarely throwing anything more than 1 strike right now. Beautiful 3-punch combination. Nice return the body kick to the body. But this is great work. Dominator sitting on the back, foot on the bike, moving out, jabbing, moving out to the outside. Beautiful 1-2 to the body and a roundhouse to follow. That's the kind of thing that's going to make a change. Is already the stamina chunks coming out of Dominator right now just because of that beautiful work, and the straight to the body is so underestimated. Egon Gonzalez is going to go back to that 1-2. I mean, this is great work, and again 1-2 jab, roundhouse to the body. Nice catch by Dominator though, but more of that from Egon Gonzalez, and it's going to take some of that stamina away. And I just want to say, guys, if this is your first ESFL tonight, it's the first time watching the Esports Fight League on YouTube or on Twitch, do go ahead and join the Discord. You can keep up with the rankings and all of these fighters and talk about the upcoming matchups, or just talk about the game in general right here if you're seeing these guys the first time. We've got number 8 taking on number 10 in the world right now in Season 2, so make sure you're in our Discord.
Absolutely. I mean, where would you rather be? This fight card has been absolutely amazing, and these fights are only going to get better. As we just see, both guys just suffocating each other and just trying to find the body in the uppercuts.
So we've seen so many brawls before this one, but I've got a feeling this is going to be a great technical fight right here. That's how Dominator likes to play, but he's got to watch that stamina. When that stamina's low, that body rock is evident. It's
that
gonna
body
come.
health.
Yeah, Dom
Yeah.
really has to do something about this jab to the body and this straight to the body. He's just letting Egon tee off on him right now. He needs to start finding patterns. Beautiful job catching the kick. I mean, that roundhouse was coming into the body too.
Yeah.
This is good. If he can get some stamina advantage back here and little damage, this is great. But he has to do something about that as this goes into the next round, as I'm sure it will. Because those jabs to the body, man, Egon is just dictating the pace of the fight and really taking chunks out of the stamina of Dominator right here. He needs to find a home for that uppercut. Even if it's off the lead hand, not even the rear. You can't let him just walk you down and hit to the body right here, which Egon is doing a great job of doing.
Yeah, Egon has been working his game plan so far. He just needs to watch out for the slips and not get caught like that. But those little jab straights into the body is just working dividends because that stamina health is low.
Look at these guys switching stance, right? So they've gone orthodox to southpaw right here. So we're going to see what kind of work they're going to do. So what happens is if you find an orthodox fire and you've gone southpaw, that opens up the rear body kick as this round ends. And as you saw Egon's end that round with Dalen.
Yeah, I mean, it's a real close matchup right here on the feet because Dominator is getting his licks off in these short little 3 to 4 punch pocket bursts of these combinations, but it's just this slow forward pressure of Egon Silas. He's leading with this jab every single time, and Dominator's a great fighter, but just can't seem to stop it or find a way to not get hit by it. And the footwork is high for both players right now on both these fighters, so it's not like one has a big advantage or the other. But Gonzalez able just to pressure forward with this jab, pop him, 2-3 shots, and Dominator again. These 3-4 punch combinations, they do cost him stamina wise. They are landing big, but he has to find a way to stop himself getting tagged with this jab over and over again because it's just picking him apart here.
And you know what's crazy about this? Dominic Cruz has the reach advantage, and the fact that he's getting suffocated every single time, not able to find his reach, just caused me to worry about like what he's gonna do. And especially when he gets hit with slips like that. I mean, Ian Gonzalez is just finding his rhythm right now.
Definitely, I think Egon Gonzalez is doing well pushing forward. If he wants to win this fight, he needs to keep that pressure because when you give Dominator that sort of space, he can get a very bad, especially with the body work. So what Egon Gonzalez needs, he needs to push the pace. I think that's what Dominator's realized. That's why he's staying more to the center of the octagon now. He's going to try and push the pace on him and see how he copes with it.
Yeah, and Dominator definitely sort of relaxed into this
Ooh.
Beautiful angle pick off the head kick block, waiting for it. And like we said before this fight began, Dominator definitely always good at mixing up the takedowns with the striking, getting some points on the board, and this is great for him. This is money in the bank with these elbows too, taking some head health off Gonzalez, man. That's a lot of damage. But yeah, Dominator definitely sort of relaxing a little and content to be the second, you know, to fire second, but not as the case of now. I was talking about this because he's hitting these elbows off. This is a double deny right here from the crucifix, real bad, and this is what he needs, man. This is why this is an MMA game, man. You got to show a full range of skills. Dominator letting it be known here with his top control. Great work right here as Cruz has, and Gonzalez, man, is gonna have to be careful on the feet now because towards the first part of this round, I was saying Dominator sitting on the back foot, content to let Gonzalez come forward and fire off second to counter. But in this round so far, he was coming forward. He was going first with that straight right, picking Gonzalez off before he could step in with the jab. Beautiful belly to belly suplex, returning to the mat right here for Dominator with a side control position. Going to hit that crucifix again, doesn't get it. But now Gonzalez has to be even more careful as he pushes forward. Now we're back on the feet because he cannot eat these straights on the inside on the way in because they're going to rock him because his head health is low from that ground and pound.
If I'm Dominator, I would try to be a little bit more trying to take him down because I feel like you did a lot of damage to the head health. Take him down, be in your comfort zone, try to get in that side control, maybe a crucifix. Because this stand-up game, the more it goes to the stand-up game, the more it goes to Egon Gonzalez's favor.
Yeah, I think Dominic really needs to get this down. He seems very uncomfortable on the feet. I think he's not used to that sort of pressure. I think he's used to, you know, giving himself a bit of space, working the body. But, you know, I think when he's someone's pressuring this much against you,
Oof.
you just want to take him down because nice rock there. Let's see what he does here.
Big left hand cracking him, but 2 uppercuts weaved and dodged on. The body health of Dominator is really low. He has to be careful of it. He was catching a few of those kicks to the body, and if those kicks come out, he can get those takedowns. And I don't know if it's a case of Dominator not being comfortable. I just think he was letting Gonzalez go first, and now he's not letting him. He's not accepting the counter-fighting game, and he's trading, and when he trades, he's cracking him.
I mean, Dominator had a better round in that round. I mean, when you look at those 2 rocks and the way he was able to just control in that crucifix position, that's going to look very well in the judges' scorecards.
Oh, and then I thought in his spear right there. So I think Dominator is definitely going to look to assert some ground and pound right here. You know, he's going to keep him down, win the round here. He knows he's got the stun. That's going to look very big on the judges' scorecards. He's definitely won the last round. The first round went to Egon Gonzalez. So it's down to this last round between both fighters. As Egon Gonzalez has gone up to the clinch there. Let's see what Dominator is going to do in the clinch right here.
Ooh, tries to hit that judo hip toss right there. Not able to drop the hips down. And Gonzalez back on the feet right now. Has to be careful, man. Ooh. His head health is super low, and those body kicks were doing damage. But he came up with a head kick. Beautiful work. And now trying to close the distance. The 4-punch combination. The block is super low. Dominator ducks down into the head kick. Beautiful finish. Wow. Great job. Great finish. Great work. Amazing. Just dipping the head. He thought he was coming in with more boxing combinations. After that body kick, came back up with the head kick, and that's what got the first rock. They both traded body kick, and up top straight away with the head kick on the outside, far away from the punches. Look at him, level change. No hands up, looking for a slip, but not there for it. Right up top with the head kick. Great work.
Great work by Egon Gonzalez. I'm a little bit shocked here, even though I shouldn't be. Dominator has been on a huge stratospheric his stock has been up so many times during these fights. I almost picture him as a second coming of Vita X, and the fact that he came and he got rocked so many times and just be able to get hit in the body so many times. Egon Gonzalez was just having the perfect game plan to just defeat Dominator just like that.
So my take on this is that Dominator likes to work the body, but I'd like to say he got out-dominated per se. So we've seen him attack the body so much, tickle that belly. So Dominator got out-dominated. That's the best way to say it. I think Egon Gonzalez worked his game plan very well. I think his game plan was to stand, pressure him, put all the pressure on, and just keep attacking the body, make him feel uncomfortable, make Dominator force the action. So I think it worked out perfectly for Egon Gonzalez. I think it was a great fight by both had a great performance. It was a very close fight. Could have went either way.
I think it definitely could have. I mean, we saw Dominator get that top position in that second round and do real good work from that crucifix position, but didn't really shoot another takedown. And those body kicks that he was trading, there were times in that third round where he caught them and went for the strike instead of the takedown. The return to the mat right there probably would have played out for him. I just want to watch that finishing sequence again because it was a beautiful work. The trade on the body kicks from both fighters right here, and then just blasting straight up top with the head kick. You'll see body kick, and then straight up with the head kick. No way expecting. And look at this unloading of Gonzalez. No space, gives him no time, knows he's got to finish, comes up with a 4-punch combination, double uppercuts, and just when he thinks he's out, gets a slip back, trying to dodge one more hook, but no, the head kick comes up top and he gets the finish. So Gonzalez knew it had him hurt and went for the kill, man. Just unloaded, charged forward, and great work. So I think it was just a great finish as well from Gonzalez, and that's why he is now 4-1 this season. I think that may be the most wins anyone has so far this season.
Yeah, I mean, when you look at Egon Gonzalez and the way he's able to just defeat opponents and having a 4-1 record, that means you're like in business and you might have a chance to be in the #1 contendership. Because like when you put on a performance like that against a high caliber rising star as in Dominator, I mean, there's only one way to go, and that's for the #1 spot.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how that pans out. But guys, have you seen this next fight?
Oh boy.
Do you mean Swiss?
Who else?
Yeah, it is.
Who else?
Oh, you got to excuse
this
me.
next fight.
Just in reference to my previous comment, I said that Egon Gonzalez has, maybe most wins so far this season, 4-1. But looking at Adavax's record, he's 7-1 right now this season. That is ridiculous.
Wait, That has to be like total, like from season 1 to
That
season
can't
2,
be
because
right. No,
he
okay. I
did
think
he
he's
play some like
no,
unknown underground like
no.
season?
That's not right. It must be a 2. I think it's 2-1 right now because the record looks. Yeah, that's completely. Yeah, that's not right. So 2-1, but the point still stands. Like you said, Adavadax is taking
Still.
on Swiss, man. And if you don't know anything about this, Adavadax. Oh God, that was a big inhale from me. Adavadax, long-time champion here at the ESFL, looked completely unstoppable. Really, really well performance in the second half of the previous season, season 1 here, and did a great job. And this season looked unstoppable. Got beaten last week by preunited with a great performance, but he's taking on Swiss lebecq, and a true veteran here at the ESFL, who just comes forward with just non-stop pressure, even when he's got no stamina, no head health, throwing 5-punch combinations and catching you with that 5th shot you didn't see and knocking you out. And it's going to be a great fight right here. As soon as it's ready, we're just waiting on the fighters here.
Yeah, just talking more about that fight while we try to get the fight link going. Avita X, I was his hugest supporter, especially after his first fight. I was like, this guy is the real deal. He was able to do what he did in ESFL 50, going for PS4 and 0, and he was undefeated for a long time. And then he suffered a loss in the last PS4 card. So the fact that he's this low on the fight card and he's this high caliber of fighter, it really shocks me, and I really want to see if he's able to pick himself back up and find a little bit of redemption to say, like, even though I took a loss, I'm still one of the top guys in the ESFL. But then again, Swiss, what can you say about Swiss? I mean, he's also one of the top guys. This is a big matchup for both guys who want to set themselves to the top.
Guys, I would like to assure you that this is not just an ESFL fight. This is personal. Between
Ooh.
both sides, I've been talking a lot of trash
Oh no.
in a chat that we all have between the Kings guys and the PTT guys. We've got our own group, and they've been talking a lot of smack to each other. You know, listen, I'm going to take your head off an advert and say, no, I'm going to beat you,
Oh my
then I'm going to go
goodness.
and be free. This is really personal, which makes me even more hyped, because we all know Swiss is no stam gang. Advaita is this. I'm going to back up. I'm gonna pick at you, and I'm gonna slowly pick you apart. And we've seen before that proves effective against Swiss. But Swiss can knock anyone out at any given time. They can both stand, they can both grapple, they can both out technical people. It's 2 mixed martial artists going at it, 2 of the best to ever do it going at it, and this is personal.
I mean,
Damn, you're selling it right there, buddy. All right, looks like we're about ready to get this going.
Let's get into this.
Or not, maybe. There's some technical difficulties in the background right now. For us, we're gonna try and get it going.
It's
yeah.
Are you guys looking for a link?
Yeah. Just wanna make sure we get this.
Is Advaita streaming?
Yeah. For some reason, I can't get on.
Was it misspelled?
Can't get on the
Need a link?
page. Yes, please.
The link. Oh, actually, I got it. It was misspelled. A got misplaced. Okay, I got you guys.
Well, give me a second then. All right. Jeepers.
It's in live notifications.
You know, it's okay because one day,
already up, yeah.
we'll have UFC 4, it's all going to be, we'll be able to spectate, hopefully, fingers crossed. If the developers care about us, which I'm sure they do, we'll be able to spectate, and all of this will be out the window. But until then, we do it the way we do it. And here we go right now. They are ready. They are in the lobby. Going to be taking place at welterweight, peso welter, as you say. Here we go. Let's get it. Look at these picks.
Not surprised.
I'm really surprised. Avita X used their until in his title fight last time, and he lost. I'm surprised that he's going. Oh wait, nope, going for Kamaru Usman.
That's more like the Advaita we know.
Ron Woodley, excellent pick, especially with his playstyle. He's a ground fighter first and a striker second. So the fact that he's going a little bit back to his roots, I really love the pick.
Man's a lot behind your guys' stream. Let me refresh it. What's up with this stream, guys? What's up with it? They couldn't get the link. Now I'm behind.
We should be the same. We're in the same part of the world. We should be more or less the same.
Yeah.
All right. We'll see.
Like, it's just showing the victories between the two.
Okay.
Anyway, this Jorge
You guys are synced up?
Masvidal pick Classic Swiss lebecq's pick right here. Going to be non-stop forward pressure. Going to have a nice reach advantage, right? And, you know, a bit of a height advantage, but it's really going to set that uppercut from him, especially if Ad Vader starts level changing. But if he gets top position right here, Swiss is probably going to have a tough time. We don't see Swiss grapple too much. Certainly a good grappler in his own right, but Ad Vader is something else when he has that top control. The patience that he shows is always really, really world class, and that's what got him to the title. Like you said, world ground fighter first, stand-up fighter second. Although his stand-up is great with elbows, and yeah, real crushing top presence. Going to try and use that cage, I'm sure, to get that top controls. But we'll see how this plays out right here, because he is fighting the one and only Swiss lebecq, legend of the Esports Fight League and the PS4 ranking table. You don't want to bump into Swiss, because he will throw non-stop and will not care how much you've hurt him, how much stamina he has. If he wants to finish the fight, he will go for it, which, you know, sometimes to his own detriment, but certainly not this season. 3-1 right now this season, number 9 in the world, getting a shot at the former champion right here. So if he can get a win over someone like Ad Vader, who's really only lost once, I think, in his whole ESFL career, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe not. Maybe he did drop one last season, but certainly only this season, one loss on Ad Vader's record. If he can get a win right now, this is great for Swiss, and maybe he can get that title shot. But here we go. Touched them up. Round 1.
It is personal between these two, as we heard from Top Man Stan, and also 2 perks to keep a lookout. Oh, wait a minute! There's just been a rock happening.
Yeah, hanging in the pocket, much too long.
I'm a little bit sorry, guys. They've just touched. Well, I just saw the taunt now, so leg kick straight. Sorry about that, Bailey.
Maybe drop the quality and give a refresh and see if you catch up. But beautiful job with that left hook right there. I mean, there, Ad Vader hanging in the pocket just a bit too long. Admiring his work. Great little combinations involving that inside leg kick from Ad Vader. Trying to get that pull counter off. That's what he was using a lot in his last fight, but getting hit with the 2 right down the middle. So we'll see, man. Swiss, like we said, going to march forward, going to plant and trade. That left hook from Jorge Masvidal is something that you do want to fear right here. So let's see if Ad Vader resettles in a little bit, goes back to the leg kicks. And he's trying to hit that jab, inside leg kick, straight lead uppercut. He's landed it a few times now.
Yeah, absolutely. And back to my point with the 2 perks of Wrestle Clinic level 4 for Tyron Woodley. So anytime VitaX wants to do a takedown, he's going to have +4 power attribute for that, and negative reinforcement level 4. So if by God, Swiss wants to do a takedown, his stamina goes down by 12%.
Jesus, yeah, but we're gonna see Ad Vader. Like I said, he likes to back up. He likes us to come to him, and he likes to throw leg kicks. So Woodley's the perfect pick for that. As Kingsley said before, he's a grappler first, striker second. So we're going to see if he puts that wrestle clinic into play, and those leg kicks do build up to GA. So we're going to see if he can get a leg rock and a takedown later on. But at the moment, we're going to see if he can recover and work those leg kicks down the outside, as we can see now. And pressure. Swiss is working the pressure really well early on, Baden.
Yeah, Swiss is always going to pressure, especially with that left hook. He gets another one in there, where we see him throwing 5 punches. Something you just don't expect. The head health in Ad Vader is taking a little bit of damage, but Ad Vader doing a great job countering with that straight right, just waiting for the timing on it. Right there, man. Like you said, puts his back on the cage, waits for Swiss to step forward, and then just fires off that straight right, or that 1-2 right down the middle. So looking to time the shots with the counters right here and beat him to the punch. You got someone like Woodley, you got the speed and you've got the power to do that. Can be a little risky though, especially if he hangs out there too long, because if he doesn't move his feet, he's in range for that left hand. But now the switch from Swiss, he's knuckled that right hook. Coming off that southpaw stance, and there, beautiful 1-4 into the lead hook at the 3.
Oh my
Catched him,
goodness.
and this body work is nasty right now.
I'm getting flashbacks of the last title fight. VitaX needs to try to take this to the ground, because this stand-up game is not working out. That body health, that head health is low. He just needs to find a way to execute a takedown soon, but there might not actually be enough time as he gets rocked again.
Ooh. He's got rock again here, but Ad Vader needs to get this down. You guys, everyone needs to remember, Ad Vader won that belt through pure grappling. So he needs to go back to his roots here, and he needs to stick to the grappling. Oh, he's got dropped here, and he needs to go, he's getting outstruck here. What else can I say? He needs to go back to what he does best, Bailey.
Yeah, I think that's right. It's a case of, you know, someone's coming forward that quick. It's not that easy to get a takedown, someone especially like Swiss. But I mean, a little couple of slips, some head movement, really rolling under. There aren't too many uppercuts coming out. It's mainly that big left hook over the top, and also that lead hook as well. So, you know, he can roll under, he can slip under, and then maybe shoot that double leg. If your opponent's coming straight forward, if their feet are moving towards you, that's when you want to blast that double. So sit down and blast, try something, you know. You're already down a little bit on the stamina. You've got plenty of grappling stamina in the bank right here, like you said. So, yeah, I think he definitely needs to try and shoot. Try and take this to the mat. Because Ad Vader does some world-class work right there. One of the best grapplers in top position that we have in the ESFL. But Swiss so far, unloading combinations. And Torn flexing, like you said, it's personal moving into the second round.
Yeah, I mean, very personal. We saw the taunts at the end of the first round. Swiss Liebex is in his calmness mode right now because he's forcing Avita to not do his game plan. He's still standing up. He's getting hit with all these kicks. Well.
Really overthrowing.
So we're seeing Avita come forward here, and he's gone back to going back to getting pressured by Swiss with the back against cage, which he likes to do. But I think it's not a good idea against Swiss, especially a 3-rounder Swiss. But because Swiss is coming forward, if he's throwing a jab, he needs to make a read here. If he can just pull counter one of his strikes straight and go for a double leg, that's a grapple spike, that's a grapple advantage spike, so he can get it down that way. But I think what Advay wants to do here, he's going to try and pressure Swiss, give Swiss a bit of a taste of some medicine, get it to the cage and get it to the mat.
Yeah, anytime he's landing that lead leg kick, you can watch his blue grappler lines just spike up at the top of the screen every single time he's landing that lead leg kick. So if he can shoot a little takedown off that, it's going to work nicely for him. Woodley has a fantastic takedown stat, and maybe, you know, we keep asking him to shoot, maybe he doesn't want to, but he is definitely not getting the better of these striking exchanges on the feet. And Swiss now faking that jab and into the straight left. Great work, and 2 hooks on the inside. Ad Vader, man, gonna have to find some way to change the pace of this fight or get this to the mat.
I mean, Stan, you said it before this fight started. When you said it was personal, that got me thinking of one thing. Is he actually motivated, or is he blinded by pride and by not going to his game plan? Because if you have too much pride to go to the ground game and you want to knock this guy out because it's so personal, that might be the detriment to your whole fight right here. So if he's motivated and doing it for the right ways, it could work. But it seems like pride is getting too much in his head.
Yeah, I totally agree. I was thinking the exact same thing. Oh no, Jesus! I'm just hoping it's not a bit of an ego or a pride thing. Look, I'm not disrespecting Avea's stand game's one of the best on the feet too, but if he wants to win this, he has to go to the ground. But on the other hand, Swiss is doing a great job walking him down, working the hooks. He's throwing hooks, fake jabs, straights. He's throwing everything at him, so it's hard for Advaita to make a read to actually get it down. I think Advaita is working too hard for the leg kicks. He might need to take him down sooner than he thinks, and I would rather him do it sooner rather than later before this can get really ugly for him.
Oh, a big right hand.
Boy.
Oh, that's it. That's it. Wow. Damn. Just going to say, man, I mean, those leg kicks just got to the point where they were doing enough damage probably to start snatching them takedowns a little easier, but he was just walking on, and Swiss started to back up towards the end of that fight right there. And Ad Vader still just came forward with the pressure, man, and no real need to, just walking himself onto all those punches. You see him back to the cage, throwing spinning back fists. 2 to the body, head kick comes up, nice outside leg kick, but bam, jab, trades the right hand, left hook, double uppercut for the knockout. Good work.
I mean, what can you say? What can you say but pride be the fall of man? I mean, it was personal. It was going the way the taunts were coming out, and it went to the way of Swiss. He was able to take advantage of Avita's X's non-game plan with his strike game. I mean, you said it before, Thomas, and he has a great striking game, but his wheelhouse, his comfort zone is the ground game. So it just really shocked me that it just didn't went to the ground as much as it could be, especially with Taiwan Woodley pick.
I'd like to point something out here that Advaita crucifixed Preunited for the belt, and then when he ran that fight back with Preunited, he stood with him and he got knocked out. So I am so surprised he decided to stand again, especially with someone like Swiss. You've got Woodley, he's got Wrestle Clinic, he's got grappling stamina for days. He's got that power, so put that to good use and get that Masvidal down to the mat. You don't want to fight fire with fire. Masvidal's stand-up game is too good for that. You need to get it to the mat, and you need to do what you're most comfortable with. But either way, it's a good fight by both, and it was a great performance by Swiss.
I mean, yeah, I'm surprised Adavedax didn't, mix it up, go back to his roots, like we said right here, reinvent himself a little bit, because, like you said, he got that rematch with Preunited. When Preunited came back for the title, he lost that belt, last week. And the same thing kind of happened. He just kind of used the plan to back up a little bit. And that backing up tactic works great when you can shoot double legs as your opponent tries to close the distance to you. But he's not shooting double legs. He's just trying to land counters and land leg kicks. And all of his striking really would set up his takedown. And I'm sure, maybe we're not watching him play every day. Maybe in ranked, he's doing really well and slipping and landing big shots and cracking people. But in the ESFL, he's just been getting outpointed, outstruck, and outpressured recently and unable to get any of his own offense effectively going. So he landed a few shots, but it just wasn't enough compared to the big hooks that Swiss was throwing at him. And out of Alex, we can't really knock him, one of the best in the world, but definitely outmatched in that game right there. So a good fight nonetheless, but hopefully he comes back and reinvents himself and isn't too disheartened by that loss.
Yeah, just one point I want to bring out. Adavedax, to his credit, he's gotten knockouts in the ESFL before. He's got some great knockouts, but the fact that through this whole fight sets, there are 0 takedowns on both sides, that purely shocks me. That's like the stats for takedowns, 0.
Definitely. So I think that Advaita will still be. I know Swiss is gonna stay. Swiss is on his way to a title shot. I think he should be fine for number one contenders fight next, definitely. But I think Advaita needs to stay. He can definitely make his way back to the title, but he needs to remind people how good his grappling is. He needs to go back to his roots. He needs to grapple and remind people, and he needs to use that grappling in order to set up his striking. Grappling can set up striking. So if you're pressuring someone against a cage, for example, you can use the fear of the takedown in order to set up your strikes. I'm assuming he's going to go back and do that. He's going to look at his past fight, see how he won. He's going to come back. I hope anyway. I don't want to see him go just yet.
Absolutely.
I agree. Right. These two next fighters in a co-main event of the evening. Two of the best fighters in the world right here. Number 2 and number 3 right now in the ESFL rankings. Both put on such good performances this season so far. You've got Ed Parker, number 3 in the world, sitting at 2-1 so far this season. Did drop a loss, but has looked unstoppable, taking on the undefeated so far this season, 3-0 Retro Rocky. If I'm not mistaken, the only person sitting at 3-0 this season. Everybody else with them 3 wins has dropped a loss. Not Retro Rocky. He has looked amazing with his Tony Ferguson pickup. Tony Ferguson for Retro Rocky has been unstoppable. Retro Rocky so good on the ground, so good on the feet, so creative, and that's his number 1 pick. And guess who Ed Parker's number 1 pick is? We know it's Conor McGregor. So guess what we're going to see? We're going to see the best of the best. Both fighters using their favorite. We've got Ed Parker's Conor McGregor against Retro Rocky's Tony Ferguson. I mean, what a fight we've got right here.
Absolutely. I mean, when you talk about what an incredible fight, but also what an incredible thing at stake. The number 1 contendership is on the line between these two guys. So whoever wins this fight will be the number 1 contender for the PS4 ESFL title. So huge stakes going to this fight right here.
Yeah, so I know both fighters very well. I know they both have. Ed has a deadly Conor McGregor and Retro Rock is a deadly Tony Ferguson. They've both been unstoppable with both fighters. It's good to see Ed back with his Conor McGregor pick. He was experimenting with a few other fighters, so you can see him pick McGregor again. But listen, if this stays on the feet, it's always going to favor Conor McGregor. But with that sub defense stat and with Retro Rocky on top of you with Tony Ferguson, that is dangerous. So you do not want to let Retro get on top of you, but he needs to get it down. Honestly, I want to see Retro maybe work some leg kicks, build up that GA, something that Advaita was doing that works very well. Maybe a few leg kicks and work the clinch a little bit, somewhere where it will put Ed uncomfortable, Balian.
Yeah, I mean, Ed Parker has spent, a lifetime, by a lifetime, I mean, the past year fighting people who have tried to take him down. He is no stranger to having to defend these takedowns. Even with these new mechanics against the cage, whatever it might be, he's very much aware that that's something that Retro Rocky might try and do, and he's had a lot of practice defending that, especially as Conor McGregor. I think he's probably played more Conor McGregor than most people have played the game. So you have, be aware of that. He knows him inside and out. He can mix up the tactics for any situation, and you would think stamina might play a factor. It very well might do, but we've seen Ed Parker destroy the stamina of opponents. Now the key, I think, really maybe definitely not to headhunt in this fight. Retro Rocky with that T-Ferg pickup has great head health, but the body definitely less than the head, so mix it up to the body, hit that straight to the body that Ed Parker loves to get. Slip, pull counter, as he also loves to do, pull counter straight left. We're going to be seeing that all night if Retro Rocky walks in with that double jab that he likes to pull with. But co-main event of the evening, title shot on the line, number 2 versus number 3 in the world. Ed Parker taking on Retro Rocky. Let's go.
Let's go.
Let's do it. I mean, one thing I really want to check out for is if someone slips down, be lookout for the uppercut, because that might end the fight later on in this fight.
Yeah, definitely. So I'm so interested to see what he's gonna do, because we know what Ed's gonna do. He's gonna work that body. He knows Tony Ferguson gets a stamina boost in the 3rd round. I'm just kind of intrigued to see what he's gonna do. He's gonna slip straight double. He's gonna clinch early on, or he's gonna throw it off and strike a little bit. You know, maybe work some strikes, some leg kicks. He's already shot a single, as we've just seen. It's gonna be very interesting to see how this plays out. Even if it goes in later rounds, it could be even more interesting here, Billion.
I don't know if he shot that or if he faked that, but that one was definitely a shot. Eats that rear uppercut, like you said right there. And top Ed Parker knows, man. That's why he's throwing the uppercut. Like we said, he's had loads of people try and take him down. He knows when it's coming, makes the read nicely. But I love what both fighters are doing here. Faking the jab, touching the jab, and hitting the body with the straights. Nice teeps from Retro Rocky we saw earlier. And Ed just keeping the pressure a little bit, taking the center of the octagon, pushing Retro to the outside of that black tape. Going to reset a little bit here, reset the pace. Retro Rocky going to feel him out. And no big body kicks from either fighter right here. A couple of teeps. But Ed working that jab straight game, hitting the body, and you've got to be careful that left hand over the top of Retro Rocky steps in because he's looking for it there as the left hook misses, and Retro Rocky hits him with a straight to the body and then the roundhouse. So this is going to even the stamina out a little bit, but halfway through this 1st round so far.
Yeah, so far I'm loving Ed Parker's just jab. Every time he does like a single jab and trying to find his reach, I love that because that means he's taking his time trying to figure out what can I do in this range, and he gets a nice denial on the takedown. So far so good for Ed Parker.
You could pull guard with Tony.
Yeah,
though.
Rocky needs to be aware. Oh, definitely. If he gets a rolling knee bar off Bailey, I will scream.
I mean,
if he could get a rolling knee bar for the clinch.
We've seen it so many times though with Tony Ferguson picks. You know, you can just shoot a lazy single as soon as it hits the map, go straight for that half guard sweep from from the sprawl position. And Retro Rocky definitely not afraid to do that. Ed wisely getting up straight away there before he can hit it, but we'll see, man. Don't be surprised if Retro Rocky tries to do that if he feels he needs to. But yeah, Ed getting a nice little stuff in there and also doing a good job now hitting that left hand over the top right there. And these jabs, man, the timing is feeling him out right here. Retro Rocky's head already flashing and Ed just head hunting straight out the back, not worrying about it. There's some stamina going down right now, but you've got to be aware, man. This is a 3-round fight. Retro Rocky knows this, and you're fighting Conor McGregor, and nonetheless you're fighting Ed Parker on Conor McGregor. You're gonna get hit, you're gonna get hurt, especially in the 1st round. Is where he is the most dangerous and you're probably the most vulnerable. So the fact that he's not really been rocked yet is good for Retro Rocky because he's gonna recover a little better than Ed, and if he can recover a little better going into the 2nd and even more going into 3rd, he might be able to swing and pinch this fight with a late submission. 1st round probably for Ed, but this fight is definitely still open.
Oh yeah, both guys have definitely some bright spots in both of their fights. I like what Retro Rocky was able to do. He's going high and low, but he's not risking any of those like crazy shots. Every time he does a knee, he's not fully getting punished for it. So every time he's moving back a little bit, he's finding his opportunities. And Ed Parker, I mean, his jabs are working. He's finding his range a little bit, being a little bit pressured, denying those takedowns. Been good so far.
What I like from Ed is that when he does get clinched, he knows damn well Rocky's gonna look for him to break. So Ed staying patient, denying something, then breaking. He's not risking anything, and I like that from Ed. But Rocky needs to keep on clinching, and he needs to stay patient. Once he gets him to the clinch, you cannot rush. You need to stay patient, keep your cool. But what I like from Rocky here is that he's got, as Bailey said earlier, he's gone high low, mixing it up, clinch, faking singles. This is a great fight here, Bailey. I'm loving it so far.
Great job stuffing that double leg and hits the double under clinch as well there. Great work by Ed. But yeah, Retro Rocky's entering the pocket and kind of watching a little bit. Ed will pop him with 2 shots, and Retro is sort of staying there trying to return, but then Ed hits him with another 2 shots. So it's stepping in 1-2 and then coming back with a straight or a big left hand over the top. So Retro Rocky, if he gets hit, if he gets his combinations interrupted or his forward pressure prevented, he needs to move and get out. He can't stop and try and return because he's going to get into his little trade game and need some shots he doesn't want to. The teeps are working nicely, but they're not really doing much for him right now, so he needs to make some distance if he wants to push to the cage. Pressure forward with a jab first and try and get those teeps in. But Ed, man, in this clinch locked up right now, outside trick fake, over fake into the full tie, maybe try and hit the outside sweep, but again, just wait a little too long. No offense coming out from Retro Rocky there, and Ed able to get back to a defensive position, but hits the outside sweep there with the outside trip. Let's see what Retro can do, because he's got this top position, and 4-5 elbows. Oh my god, disgusting.
That's huge. That's very huge. Able to get 4 or 5 of those forearms right there. That's huge. But a nice reversal by Ed Parker. Let's see if we could just answer back with all those forearms, and that head health was so low.
Oh, this is Rocky's world here. Oh, he's on his back. So we're going to see what Rocky can do. We all know that Tony Ferguson has that off the back perk. So his submission offense goes up by +2 when he's off his back. So bear that in mind. Rocky is fine off his back. So they've been stood up now. I think my stream's a little bit behind, but they've been stood up. Let's see if Rocky can get that straight back to the grappling department. Even if Ed's winning the grappling exchanges, it's still good for Rocky. All he needs is 1 submission, on top or off his back, Balian.
Rocky keeps putting his head to the left-hand side. Ed's going to make that read and fire that lead hook in there, so he's got to be careful. Switch stance again now. He might go to the opposite side, but either a head kick or that lead hook's coming. But Rocky's trading a little bit now. He knows the stamina's going down. He is going to recover a little better, so he might be taking this last moments in this round trying to get Ed to really unload, uncork that gas tank a little bit and push it out. But you got to be careful, because Ed Parker will finish you if you give him a chance, and he's touching that head over and over again with these straights. And this Conor McGregor, man, it's not just the power or the burst combinations, it's just the adding up of all this damage that you take. All of these little left straights that you think mean nothing will just take more off your health than you realize. And Retro Rocky is going to recover this round, but man, it's all to play for right here. I think Ed's a little bit up. What do you think?
I think with Tony Ferguson getting his stamina back with a higher altitude level 4 perk, Conor McGregor, Ed Parker, he's going to have a lot of stamina where he could do a lot more damage. And so far, if he just keeps up with his game plan, he's going to be able to take this victory easily.
Oh
yeah.
Oh no, 2 big left hands. Rear left uppercut from Ed Parker, just dropping right there, and the big left hook over the top. Retro Rocky head health already flashing, lead hook coming in there, 1 lead uppercut coming back through, and the big left hand Ed just flowing right here. Retro Rocky unable to make space and get out, and that's all she wrote right there. Ed unloading at the start of that round and not letting Retro Rocky off the hook when getting him hurt, man. Retro Rocky trying to get that clinch, trying to get out, but no footwork moving or pacing out to the side, just stood back, kept backing up, and Ed just kept unloading right there over and over again.
Just beautiful execution by Ed Parker in that 3rd round. I mean, just able to do what he wanted, able to get those left hooks, right hooks, and then those uppercuts. Every time Tony Ferguson was going for a takedown, he always got hit with uppercuts. So just huge adaptability by Ed Parker. I can't wait to see what he does in the #1 contendership.
Oh, definitely. One thing Baden pointed out really early on is that he kept slipping to the right and trying to land that slip straight double to left. I think that's exactly what we're trying to do. I think he was trying to rush the slip straight, and as I said before, that causes a vulnerability spike for the takedown. So I think he was trying to do slip straight and get the double leg, but Ed didn't give him a chance to get. They judo counted him, uppercutted him at the beginning of the 3rd round, ended the fight really quickly going into the 3rd. I think it was a good performance by both, but I think Ed was up on the scorecard, so Rocky needs to do something anyway heading into the 3rd. But Ed unfortunately ended it really early on. Very good fight by both fighters. It's going to be interesting to see where this goes in the future.
Yeah, I think that's about right there. And if you watch this, like the power shots that Ed lands, it's always his left uppercut and his left hook over the top, and he's just finding avenues and lanes and bouncing between the two of them. And that finishing sequence really was the left uppercut for a rock, jab, left hand over the top, and then again left uppercut, left hook and left uppercut. So it's just these planted shots at the perfect range from Ed, just repetitions, able to just free flow in that moment. You know he's not thinking about it, he's just seeing the openings And Retro Rocky, man, no joke right here. Retro Rocky is 3-0 this season, has dominated people, put on fantastic performances, and is the number 2 guy in the world. Absolutely, hands down. But Ed Parker, number 3 guy, now 3-1 this season, comes in and takes him out, man, cleanly. I mean, Retro Rocky did have a little trade back and forth, but unable to work his game plan right there. That's some high-level striking. So if Ed gets a shot at Preunited and it's a stand-up fight, it could go either way. So yeah, we'll see. But let's talk about this main event. Let's talk about the belt that's going on the line right now. Preunited taking on papadoc. Who do you think? I mean, Kingsley, you need to give me a prediction right now. Who you got?
I mean, like, these are high stakes. I mean, like, this is not a 3-round fight. This is a 5-round welterweight fight between Preunited and papadoc. I mean, papadoc is no slouch. He's a high caliber fighter, and he's an up and coming challenger who can easily take this fight. I think if I had to choose on one, Preunited did a lot against Avita X, and I think I have to go with Preunited. I have to go with Ann Still. How about you, Stan?
I think we need to look at it this way. I think papadoc is very good. He's one of the best in the game with getting those ankle picks and with his submissions. If it does hit the mat, it's going to hit the mat by an ankle pick. That is my prediction. But I think we also need to look at the fact that I think a lot of people forgotten about Preunited's first fight this season. He fought Papaca. Papaca struggled to get him down, but when it was taken down, Papaca couldn't do much. But when it was stood back to the feet, he showed exactly what he can do against high-level grapplers. He can definitely expose their stand-up, and on the ground he plays it safe and take any chance he gets it stood up. If I had to pick one, I'd have to choose Ann Still, but I cannot look past papadoc in this one. He can definitely take it. One submission, one ankle pick is all he needs, Balian.
Yeah, I think that's a really good point, and it's really cool to see. You know, both these fighters have been in the ESFL for so long, man. Both have evolved so much and become just, you know, the number 1 and champion of this division. And papadoc reinvented himself. I mean, remember, he was purely just a stand-up fighter, and now mixing up all of the skills required. And yeah, man, this is going to be an absolutely amazing fight. I can't wait. We've got a crispy 1080p stream. They are ready to go, and let's take a look right here.
Is he going with CM Punk pick? Because he's been on this for like a little.
papadoc taking.
We saw a Dana
GSP,
White
though.
pick. If we get a CM Punk pick,
Man, papadoc, gotta be careful of that head health. Going with GSP, a little risky, that shin stat. Which is funny.
I mean, you're getting an all-around fighter.
I mean,
with
look,
his ground game, his striking game.
GSP's never been knocked out. I don't know why he has such a terrible chin stat. I don't, it doesn't.
Matt Serra?
Okay, Matt Serra, yes.
Matt Serra?
Ages ago.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know why she know that.
If anything, he took all them
looks
shots
like
of
it's gonna be a
Johnny
mirror
Hendricks.
match.
He should have an insane chin.
Oh, definitely.
Carlos Condit dropped him, I suppose.
Suppose.
Anyway, guys, this is number 1 and the champion right here. Papadoc, number 1, currently 2-1 this season, I think. Yeah, 2-1 this season.
Yep.
Getting this title shot right here against Preunited. And Preunited, man,
Oh, the quality.
he did drop a fight last season to Advadex, but just took the title off him last weekend. Look at this, 20-16, man. These guys back and forth, like you said, it could go either way right now. This is on the night. Main event, ESFL 58 right here. It's our, I don't know, eighth card of the season so far. 8th card of the season right now. So stakes are heating up. No one's really been able to hold on to this belt yet on the PlayStation side of things. This is the first defense with Preunited. Let's see if we can get a little streak going right now against the challenger papadoc. But we're going to see papadoc get introduced here first. No, yeah, so anything you can tell us about papadoc, Top Man Stan?
Well, papadoc, he is a submission specialist, as we pointed out before. All he needs is one submission, and we all know that GSP has a great submission game. His Kimuras are one of the best on the game. Although, problem is, as I stated before, is getting Preunited down. He judo counters a lot. I fought him and right, he judo countered the hell out of me, and I could not get the guy down. So we're going to see if papadoc can utilize those ankle picks that he's so good at, get him into side control and hold him there, maybe get the submission. This could go either way, as we said before, but it's going to be so close.
How about you, Kings?
For me, if I had to go on the other side, pre-united, I mean, he's the champ for a reason. I mean, he was able to knock out Avita X. He has great striking abilities. He's able to take control in the ground game. Not as much as papadoc, but he can hold his own. Now, the really important thing I really want to see from pre-united, just how is he able to just avoid the slips a little bit? Is he going to find enough range where he can just find his hooks and get ready for like the takedowns? Because the takedowns are going to be coming from papadoc, let's be honest. Like, I'll be surprised if we get into the first 2 minutes and we don't see a takedown attempt. So pre-united has to be on his P's and Q's with takedown defense and just get ready with those hands, because this could be an all-out brawl or just a ground chess match.
Yeah, we didn't really see his ground defense tested against Advedax as we thought we would. You know, he did stuff some takedowns, but I don't remember Advedax, shooting a whole abundance or, plethora of them. So, yeah, we'll definitely see, man, what the strategy is from Papa. I hope that he does try and work that grappling to his strength and his advantage, but we'll see, man. It should be a great fight. We're going to touch him up, like we said, main event of ESFL 58 Esports Fight League. Been waiting all night for this one. Here we go. Going to touch him up. The belt is on the line here. We're going to crown, or will we defend the PlayStation belt?
Well,
Yeah.
Such a close fight to call. I can't believe I'm seeing this because it's such a hard fight to call, and it's kind of weird seeing Adveta not in the title picture. This is pre-united fighting Doc. What do you think, Kingsley?
I mean, honestly, I'm liking what they're doing right here. You can see it's a whole different pace and tension when it goes to these 5-round fights, because usually a 3-round fight, you could just like go out willy-nilly, but you have 5 rounds, and that stamina is only going to take so much, especially with a GSP. So the fact that they're taking their time, finding their shots, not really attacking the black gauge and doing these push kicks, it really tells me that they're taking this very seriously.
Yeah, you can see papadoc just planting his feet a little bit, trying to make reads on how pre-united's going to enter, faking the takedown. There we go, planting straight for the counter, but he's just trying to get the timing of pre-united, just trying to find out, okay, was he coming forward? Do I need to double? Is he backing up at certain points after certain combinations? How many punches he's throwing? When can I shoot my single leg? And just trying to level change and just find an opening probably for that takedown. But pre-united's been real patient, like we talked about here, sticking with those 2 punch combinations. He's hitting the 1-2 to the body and the jab lead hook. A lot of side kicks coming out from both fighters though. But there we go, 1 lead hook, 1 lead hook, just coming in nice and patient. Pre-united.
Yeah, and you can see pre-united, he goes a little side kick of his own, but that body health and stamina, it's already down to a low level compared to papadoc. So the fact that papadoc is going for that body tells me that like a takedown could be soon in the future.
Do you want to know one thing I've noticed right now? Pre-united is fighting southpaw. He's fighting southpaw, and that makes it very difficult for ankle picks. I know from my experience. I've sparred with a lot of guys on UFC 3, and they've gone southpaw, so I cannot ankle pick as easy. But for some reason, the GA isn't as good, so it's hard to ankle pick, and he's pressuring Doc, so Doc cannot ankle pick whatsoever. It's going to be interesting to see how this plays out, Aiden.
Well, typically, if you're opposite stance, the lead leg is there to grab. That ankle pick is a single leg takedown, so, it should technically be easier to ankle pick if you're opposite stance, because literally you want to shoot single legs, you want to blast double, because you got to reach back, reach that rear leg if you're trying to hit that double leg, grab that back hip. But yeah, I mean, maybe if he's going orthodox, that's a problem, but it doesn't matter. Now the lead head kick comes up, and now he's starting to open up here. Pre-united down on the stamina, like we talked about, but firing off these big shots. Nice roundhouse to the body off the planted. And papadoc, who's been waiting patiently, hasn't really done much offensively or defensively. Defensively, hasn't done much this round to secure his game plan. Might be trying to get a feel out and work that stamina a little. But pre-united with the early rock right here, and like you said, the pace is so different for these 5-round fights. Oh, returns of his own. Again. Wheel kick to the head. Slips the uppercut.
The stamina. Sheesh. What can you say about pre-united? One key moment I saw in that first round is when papadoc went for the takedown, was able to get denied, and went back to a clinch, and pre-united was able to just control that whole sequence. So if he's able to do that throughout this whole fight, that could be huge for him going in this fight.
Those judo counters are definitely key for pre-united. He's, as I said before, he's a king at judo countering, and he's pressuring Papadoc, but Papadoc trains a lot with that beta leg.
Oh, beautiful.
Kicking,
snatch.
But yeah, and
grab.
kicking the leg. So we're gonna see if that's going to put any GA in the future, Badian.
Man, and this is where Papadoc wanted this. We talked about this the entire fight. He's got it. He's in this top position. He has a full round to work. Let's see if he can hold it. GSP versus GSP. GSP okay off the bottom, but really, man, it's a case of who gets on top first in these matchups, and Papadoc has it. He keeps faking that arm triangle. We'll see if he goes for it, posturing up nicely here. But let's see how long he can hold it. He's been here for a minute already. Lovely shots to the body, coming over the top of the elbow off that rear hand as well. So this is great work from Papadoc. This is where he wants to be, and all that damage Preunited did to him in the first round, he can return right now in kind. Short hammer fist and little jab shots to the body. Nice little hooks. The hip bump escaped. Now side control here. This is great work from Papadoc. Got it where it is, and he's doing damage with this too.
We said it before, Papadoc is all about the ground. The takedown was going to be a huge part of this whole fight, and the fact that we're in this chess match and he was able to get a posture up and a half guard and just attack that body like he's doing right now, that's going to pay huge dividends in these later rounds.
Yeah, so Preunited's on the bottom half guard right now. He's very good at denying that.
God. Beautiful grab. He's in his head right now.
This is bad.
So many beautiful short shots to the body, man, really. And this is a problem. Preunited right now is reacting to Papadoc. He's not going to get anywhere if he's constantly reacting. He has to be one step ahead. He has to be the one to initiate transitions, changes, get-ups. If he's just trying to defend and react to Papadoc, he's always going to be behind. And with a grappler like Papadoc on top, you've got to formulate your own game plan and get out of there, or you will be there for the rest of the round. And here we go with 140 left. Oh, beautiful switch. Hits it with the single leg into the double on top right now. Look at the grapple stamina though.
Yeah, I mean, it's a huge thing. I love what Papadoc was able to do. He had such great timing when he went to half guard posture up with those body shots, and now the fact that he's in a top mount in the bottom game, now back to a half guard, he needs to possibly try to get out of this.
Yeah, so we all said, well, I said before the fight, and I think we can all agree, is that Papadoc might only need one ankle pick, and it is proving that it is true. Like he did so much damage pushing up in half guard. We're going to see how that plays out in the third round. We're going to see how the stamina is, the body health, the elbows to the head that he landed to Preunited. We're going to see how this plays out, Balian.
Yeah, well, Preunited returning to Papadoc right now, letting him have it. Papa gets himself back to the feet. We'll see what the stamina is. Man, it is quite a bit of a difference right here. Beautiful side kick to the body as well. That rear leg taekwondo side kick, and there's a nice roundhouse to finish too. I mean, he has to get another one. How much? 255 top control right there for Papadoc. That's 3 minutes. That's a lot of time right there on the clock in that top position, and got the fight where he wanted it. Definitely did some damage, but you know, the stamina is going to play a factor. They will recover a little bit. Beautiful. This isn't even Papadoc highlights. This is Preunited did some work right here. Little side kick there as well, but yeah, man, one ankle pick was enough. But you know, I think it's just a case of GSP has great top stats. Preunited showed that if he gets the reversal, he's going to be able to get some damage off from Papadoc too. But we'll see, man. Third round, here we go. This is for the belt, people. ESFL 58.
I mean, in the first round, we saw the benefits of Preunited's game with the stand-up. Second round, we saw Papadoc dominate on the ground. Now the third round, we both saw what both guys can do. How will they adapt? Because this is basically a new fight left to go.
Yeah, definitely. So we're seeing Preunited work the body a lot. So one thing I liked about Preunited is that even when he was on the bottom, he did not want to waste any of his stamina working to try and get back to his feet. He was waiting for the stand-up. He was being smart. So he made Papadoc work from the top and make him waste his own stamina. But we all know that GSP has a good gas tank. So this is going to play out very weirdly. I'm not sure how they're going to recover if this goes to the next round, Badian.
I don't like how Papadoc's not really moving his feet. He's staying right in the pocket. He's now got him against the cage. This is good for Papadoc, but he doesn't move around a lot. He plants and holds his ground, which is good. He doesn't want to retreat. Wants to make sure he can always keep that forward pressure going if he needs to, because the closer he gets to the cage, the more GA he's going to have for those takedowns. But I think he's just using it to read the distance. He's just trying to formulate the best the ankle pick from preunited
What?
catched him off guard, and he had some success in that top position, some great success. And like I said earlier, with GSP versus GSP, man, whoever gets top position has a big advantage over the other person. And preunited going to take advantage of the ground and pound he did, and this stamina difference he already has, especially in this grappling right now. With these denies, he's going to make it even easier for him with half of this round left right now.
To quote a classic music lyric, anything you can do, I can do better. We saw an ankle pick in the second round, then we see an ankle pick in this round, but a nice reversal right there, and papadoc
He might
is
regret
right
that
back
now.
to his comfort. This could be trouble.
He might regret that takedown.
I think it was very smart of preunited though to take it down to the ground.
I don't know. Look what's happening.
He's
I don't know.
He's getting beat up right now though, so I don't know. I think he wanted to play it safe. At start of that ankle pick, it was smart, but then when he got to the ground, I think he got a bit too overconfident. I think he was better off just working the baby punches, winning the round, racking up toe strikes, wearing him out. But he got swept and he got beaten up a little bit. But we're gonna see how this plays out. See if he can get back to his feet and work some striking.
It's a veteran move right there from papadoc, using the arm triangle transition for his fakes. Most people, man, in half guard, it's a little hard to fake before you want to transition. You want to throw the post drop, you want to throw the side control fake. It can get countered a little bit too easily. So using the arm triangle fake for the submission before he transitions, that's a little pro tactic you can put in your own game right there if you're looking for something nice. Gets himself to side control, but a nice return to full guard here by preunited, who's now going to, like you said, be patient, look for the opportunities. 30 seconds left in the round, doesn't need to waste any stamina. He's eating short shots. He can hold this position until the end of the round. And papadoc doing good work from this top position. I mean, we'll have a look at the control maybe if we see the end of round stats, but a close round again right here.
Very close round as the end of the second round, and you can see 215 compared to 42 on ground control. So papadoc able to get what he wanted, especially when he got ankle pick. Now, one key thing I saw in that third round, I saw papadoc lean his head down, going for a slip, and he almost got hit with an uppercut. So be on the lookout if he goes for that slip again. I think that could be a massive trouble.
I do think that papadoc may have turned that around. I think preunited, it was a good thing to ankle pick, as I said before, but I think he would have been better off just throwing some baby punch, wearing him down. But I think he bit off more than he could chew by taking him down. I think he tried to advance a bit too much, get a bit ahead of him. So I think he was better off just building up the top control, winning the round. But then he got swept. I think papadoc possibly may have took that round. So I think preunited needs to keep this on the feet and not rush. If you're going to take him down, not bite off more than he could chew, like I said before, but keep it on the feet, wear him down. He was doing that so well in the first round, just attacking the body, pressuring.
Ooh.
We all know that papadoc wants the leg kick.
Stuff that takedown right here. We are in championship rounds for our championship fight right here. Moving into round 4 with papadoc taking on the champ preunited right now. Still anyone's fight. Preunited probably up on the scorecards, but we don't know, and definitely putting on that pressure. Got the stamina advantage, but the head health super low, and one uppercut for a rock here. Beautifully timed. Oh, fake 3 jabs into the ankle pick. But I don't know what happened there, man. Crazy animation break. And damn, papadoc with the rock shoots the ankle pick again. Great job. Preunited all over that denial on that ankle pick. Seen it far too many times here. Great work, man.
Excellent work by preunited. That whole sequence went so well. He does the little front kick right there. If he just keeps his stand up and just denies it and goes with these awesome slips, he basically is in his rhythm. Good body kick too.
We're seeing preunited do what he did to Advait, you know, with the little push. He likes to push into the cage. Just take his time, pick him apart. But when he's against the cage, that's preunited's well.
Oh my god, all of this ground damage that papadoc has done is definitely showing now in the head health of preunited, who misses on the turning side kick but denies because he shot for the high crotch single leg, giving him a little bit of extra window to denial there. If he powered through on a double, might have been a different story, but no, shot the high crotch single, deny for preunited. That could have been the fight right there for papadoc. He pushed up from half guard, doesn't get it, but knows a big right hand, the big uppercut is enough for a rock. The two catching him on the chin right now, and preunited starting to slow down as papadoc is with the stamina becoming a little bit closer there. Straight again, stopping that body kick, and this could be for the right left hook. Going to pound out for the finish, no, but he does get the top position. This is so close right here.
Oh, good reversal.
Into full mount, into the armbar denial.
Oh, wait, to go for submission? So close by preunited right there. I mean, he was getting rocked a little bit. He got taken down. I thought it could have been the end. I mean, one mistake can end the fight in these championship rounds. The stamina is so low, the head health is low for both guys. Anything is possible, Stan.
This is crazy, guys. If you're looking for a fight of the night main event, this is definitely what you're looking at right now. It was complete striker versus grappling. I've seen pre-united grappling. I've seen papadoc strike. It's literally it's turning into a really good MMA battle right here. So because we're seeing papadoc rock him on the feet, pre-united shoot ankle picks. It's crazy.
He needs to be careful from this half guard position because this is where he got swept. There's only 30 seconds left in this round. And he has passed to side control nicely. The sprawl from papadoc going to save his head health for the rest of this round. And there, tries to pull back into the half guard, excuse me, doesn't get it. Again, double deny for papadoc. That's not too good. Do we go in? And he's doing it again right here. Calling his bluff.
I have to question that. You go for it for 3 straight times, and that, like, the stamina's going to get hurt.
It's
I don't know
possible he didn't want to take any more body damage, so preventing any strikes to the body with the continued animation, that's probably what I think, but
definitely. So this round we're going to see how that stamina recovers for papadoc, because we saw at the end of the round he had no stamina, but as Balian said, he didn't want to take any more body damage, but that ate up his stamina as well. It's just not the body strikes to do that. If you're transitioning with no if you're transitioning with no stamina, that's really bad for you. But
head kick.
see how this plays out a bit.
Oh my god, I mean the head health on papadoc, considering how much of the striking game pre-united has got the better of on the feet, you could say is still pretty high. Papadoc can definitely take a couple of shots, and there we go. A straight right, well timed, is all it takes to rock pre-united right now. And he has to be careful. And yeah, you can see the body health right there on papadoc. It's super low, that switch, man. If I'm papadoc, I'm dropping my hands and just moving my head, but he's coming up. Why is he with the head kick? Rear uppercut into the lead body hook. Man, pre-united is trying to pick him apart here on the feet, getting that roundhouse in there as well. So this is great work. The liver shot coming in nice and tight. And he's planting these body kicks when he slams them in. Man, this could go either way right now.
Possible. I mean, the stamina's low. The blockade doesn't matter. As another rock happens. Uh-oh.
We could be seeing a new champion right here. Flying knee. There's the high crotch.
Oh, go for a ride.
Bam, man.
This is crazy. Sorry, I'm just staring at my screen, guy. So this is crazy.
Man, he gets
he's just picked him up and slammed him to what he does.
Full guard recovery for pre-united, man. This is a couple of times he's done that. He gets the sweep. No, denied. I thought he had it. Half guard pass to papadoc. You know he's going to look for that arm triangle. It's coming out in a second. Hit the side saddle. We'll see where he can go from here. Maybe he wants to ride it out. I mean, who wins this fight if this goes to the scorecards, guys?
I have to say papadoc has gotten my vote. I mean, he was able to get the rocks. He had so much control in maybe the 3rd, 4th round, possibly. There's a lot of things that the judges could see. I don't know. What about you, Stan?
I think it's got to go to papadoc as well. I think the top control, the stuns, everything that pre-united has done, as to quote you earlier, papadoc has done better. He's every time he's been taken down, papadoc's reverse and go on top and beat him up a little bit. He's beat him up on the feet. Everything he's done is way more significant than what pre-united has done. Although pre-united definitely won the first round for me. What do you think, Balian?
I mean, I think that the ground and pound for papadoc has been winning him this fight, not just because of the damage he's done, but because of how he's been able to rock pre-united in the later rounds, because of the head health situation. These short shots definitely add up. It feels like they do nothing, but they do add and take a tiny little bit off that maximum hit points. And he's been hitting with big elbows from half guard. This is what's caused papadoc to be able to get these rocks in these 4th and 5th rounds. So 4th and 5th rounds, 100%. You got to give it to papadoc. The first 3, I don't know, man. Pre-united got some rocks off. papadoc got some takedowns. I don't know how the judges will score it. I probably would lean towards papadoc, but to be honest, 1, 2, and 3 could have gone either way, especially 1 and 2. So we're going to find out. I hope they don't skip it, because we could have a new champion. But let's see.
Yeah. I will say, do not be surprised if it's 3-2. It might be a split decision, because there's a lot of things that go into the judges' scorecards. Significant strikes could play a factor. Takedowns could possibly be a factor. Ground control, anything is possible. So this is going to be really interesting how they count like all those strikes and those takedowns.
I think I'm a little bit behind you, so I only did see the decision guys or anything like that at the same time, but I do think that it all stemmed from that half guard when he beat up Preunited a little bit. I think it all stemmed from that. It all went downhill from there.
Yeah, especially to the body as well. But it was that head health definitely gave him them rocks. Gotta remember, Preunited's planting and slamming those body kicks, man. He was getting some significant strikes off. We're gonna find out right here if we crown a new champion. This is for the belt.
48-47, 49-46, and 48-47.
Miss. Who is it?
And we have a new champion in papadoc right there.
Ooh.
Getting it done. Full mixed martial arts game on display. Great top control, good work, and then in the later rounds, crack him on the feet with beautiful timing, single shots, uppercuts, big right hands and straights right down the pipe, rocking immediately. Preunited was trying to come forward with that pressure. The body health was low, but it just wasn't enough. papadoc getting it done right there with great top control, good takedowns, and you got to imagine some of those takedowns initiated by Preunited, who did defend quite a lot. 2 of 9. He only got 2 takedowns, but 8 minutes of top control with 2 takedowns is crazy. Strike differential massive just because of all the short shots landed. And man, look at the miss ratio here, less than 50% right there on those strikes of Preunited. I know a lot of them were on the feet, but papadoc's percentage going way up because he's landed on the ground. 210 of 331 landed, 5 stuns and wobbles in those last couple of rounds. Great work, and we have a new champion. papadoc gets it done after a year in the ESFL. A champion at last. I don't think he's won the belt before, but there we go. Again, the belt not defended, guys. Not defended.
Yeah, I think the main key in this whole fight, I think we have to go back to the 3rd round where Preunited went for an ankle pick after he got ankle pick in the 2nd round, and he was able to get reversed, and he took on so much damage from that side control. I think that was a huge mistake when you look back in this fight. That 1 round could have changed everything if he just stayed standing up. So huge turn of events in that 3rd round.
Yeah, man, that's, as Bailey said, no belt has been defended yet, so this is definitely going to shake it up a little bit, especially with the Preunited advantage situation. But I think that fight, as Kingsley said, it all stemmed from that second round. We got beaten up a little bit, but when he went for that ankle pick in the 3rd round, Preunited did, when he got swept, that wasn't too good for him at all. He got swept, beat up a little bit again, and then it just kind of went all pear-shaped from there. But nevertheless, it was a great fight by both. Congratulations, papadoc. You are a new champion. And Preunited, I hope you'll be back. I hope you don't quit or anything like that. I hope you do carry on and you come back for another title fight.
Yeah, it was a great night of fights. Right now, we're going to play the highlights of the evening on that replay. What a matchup right there with the Tony Ferguson mirror match. Colton picking up his first win here in the ESFL. Moving on after that, we had some... I mean, every fight tonight, especially the first couple, were just absolute barn burners.
Oh, yeah.
Ineffable taking on Funds right there with the beautiful job. That Dustin Poirier lead hook working out, double jab, too much damage right there. What a great matchup there. And that's the first win as well for Funds there. Funds fade, Ineffable. I mean, so many new debuts as well. We try to get as many new fighters on, so many signups every week, especially now. It's nice to see how big this community is growing, but great show up, great first performance. Then we had another great finish here as well with darph, man, with that Robbie Lawler. It wasn't even a finish, was it? No, 1 second left in the fight. We'll see it right here. Drizzle,
yeah, 1 second
darph,
left.
just
Crazy.
trading. Beautiful matchup of 2 great vets here, but bam, bam, straight right down the pipe. And I love that he had a 5-punch combination queued up after that as well. Beautiful work. But darph coming in with that Robbie Lawler pick. So not random, but you know, I don't think we've ever seen Robbie Lawler in, you know, the competitive scene. And there we go, throwing him off indeed. Then we had that great matchup, Epic Trolls and Brian Triangle City with that Mike Perry finish, overhands 4 days. OTC, like you said, top man stand, so many overhands, gets it done with the stat guard ground and pound. Great work right there. Again, I love all these different matchups, different picks we've seen today. It's nice to see a Daniel White pick got picked just to match on the level. You know, you could have picked something A+, but no, we'll go down. I'll pick Daniel White. Great matchup again. Dominator taking on Egon Silas. Egon Silas moving to 4-1, breaking Dominator's unbeaten streak with this flurry of punches. Just full pressure once he got him hurt. Finished with the head kick. Dominator trying to duck under, nothing to slip, walks right into the head kick for the finish. Egon Silas just taking him out, moving to 4-1. You know he's going to be campaigning for a title shot, top competition at some point. Dominator getting that O taken away right here. And then we had Advedax taking on Swiss. Swiss, beautiful striking tonight. Great work, just counterplay. Advedax walking in to that beautiful 3-punch combination off that straight right and double uppercuts to finish right now. Advader unable to get any kind of grappling game going, as we said here tonight. Hopefully we'll be back. And man, so fast on those combinations, preloading for Swiss, man. He's known for his pressure game, got the win moving backwards off the back foot right there. And then the last highlight we got here, Ed Parker, Retro Rocky, man. Ed Parker, clinical finish here, uppercut and then left hand. There's the left hand, there's the uppercut for the finish right there. And beautiful work by Ed, clean, clinical, striking. What did you think, guys? Kingsley, give me your fight of the night.
My fight of the night, I have to go with the AK versus Colton fight. I mean, we saw absolutely some barn burners. There was like rock between rocks by both guys. I mean, that was a way to start off the show and just start it off right. I absolutely love that fight. What's your fight of the night, Stan?
I have to go with the Epic Trolls and Branch Angle C fight.
Yeah.
Overhand City.
Overhand.
It was insane. It was insane, man. But I liked all the fights, honestly. All the fights interested me so much. There was a couple upsets, you know. So many fight of the nights, so many great performances. I love the whole card.
It was a pleasure to have you on Top Man Stan as well. Hopefully we get you back in the commentary booth again. Thank you for the insight. It's nice to have some of the more competitive players come in for the booth as well. Give a little insight to some of the tactics of the top players use. So I hope you enjoyed it, Stan. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for having me.
Of course. And Kingsley as well, mate. Always good to have you in the booth too, man. Thank you very much for joining us this evening.
Always a pleasure, man. I love being in the booth with you guys. Top Man Stan, awesome debut, man. Awesome.
Thank you very much. I love commentating. I hope to be back. And thank you for all the viewers watching. Thank you for all the support.
Yeah, thank you guys, everyone on YouTube as well watching tonight. Thank you all for being here this evening. We will be back next weekend, ESFL 59. It's going to be an Xbox card defending the belt. Is Pride defending the belt? No, I did not see last week's card. I must confess. No, QX.
Oh yeah, Prize defending.
Prize defending. My bad. Okay, that'll be next Sunday at 7 p.m. CT. We will be back. ESFL, the Esports Fight League, coming at you throughout this year. So stay tuned, guys. We will see you next week. Take care. Thank you for being there. Have a good night.